Hello, welcome back to Bottom. My name is Beast. Today I'm back with fucking YoaMae finally after a whole fucking week, more than a week technically. From when you're watching this, it'll be like more like almost 1.5 weeks really, since this will be coming out on Tuesday. So almost a full week really. Jesus. Anyways, hello, welcome back to Bottom. My name is Beast. Today I'm back with YoaMae. First thing I want you to do is, if you've come here, check the subscription button. This is not me doing like a bit like, oh, please subscribe if you want to watch my videos. No. After my channel got deleted, before my channel got deleted, I had 4,000 subscribers. After it was restored, it was suddenly cut in half. Basically. Like I was 4,500 subs roughly. It's like in that ballpark. After my channel got back, it was now down to 2,500. So this is not like please do subscribe if you want to see more. This is a case of make sure that if you were subscribed before and didn't intentionally unsubscribe, that you are still subscribed. Because I think YouTube accidentally just kind of like subbed half my subs. Either that, or people were really fucking impatient over that week I couldn't upload. Yeah, I'm more leaning towards it being the first case, since this has happened before. I was like silent for a whole week because I couldn't post anything, and it never dropped that much. Like sure, maybe like maybe like 10 people or so left, not 2,000. So yeah, make sure. Anyways, we'll be doing the Frisia route today, and the route guide tells me that I should talk with Mai a bit longer. However, I feel like that's just supposed to be like, here's my option, so you like have all the positive options for all the characters, and only the crucial choices are different. So I'm going to finish the conversation and head to work. The next one is bed hair is a part of Nissan's personality. Also, I'm drinking mead because I have an interview tomorrow and I need help. Also, for some reason there are seeds along with this. I'm fucking. Also, they didn't have Fragolino, so I went with mead again. Bed hair is a part of Nissan's personality. This again feels like the, hey, here's the Nissan choice. I'm not risk. Take another look at Nissan's head. Nissan isn't a morning person. That's because she works so hard as the family breadwinner. When I think about it that way, I feel like I should be grateful for her bed hair.
お姉ちゃん、すごい寝癖だよ。
I pointed out without a second thought.
本当?
Scratch. His son turns crimson red and dashes towards the bathroom. Neil? The girl's mouth moves faintly. She must have said something, but I can't really hear her. I gaze into each other's eyes. But as though I can't look away. I swear she doesn't avert her gaze either. Oh, that was all. Just like, oh! We actually noticed the realization this time. I have to wait for a while for the next chance. Paper. And now we just apparently don't have any choices for quite a while, since the next choice is stay at school for a little longer. I'll be honest, I hate route guides where it's just like, oh yeah, here's the route guide where you make saves at certain points for specific options. I prefer the route guide where it's like, here's all the options specifically for this character, and every option that doesn't benefit the character, where you can choose a neutral option instead, is instead the option you choose, because it helps me have all like the scenes for this character concise in one bit. Anyways, stay at school a little longer, apparently. School's done for the day. Got figures on the sports grounds, in the gym, and throughout school. All working up a sweat in their club activities. Oh my god, Midori is you? Fucking know why I said that.
残ってるなんて珍しいね。
Well, I suppose. Toyama grabs her bag and heads out of the classroom. Toyama is in the wind instrument club. Is Maya being helpful?
お世話してますよ。クラリネットとフルートでパートは違うけどリーダー同士だもんね。でもそろそろ私たちの代は引退。
It's that time of the year, huh?
それじゃあね。
Sure. Toyama runs down the hallway. I'll get out of my seat. Go see how Maya's doing, or go look for Natsuki. I suppose there's an actual, like, first difference between the fucking routes. Yeah, head home early is for Sayaka, head home early is for Mai, and head home early is for Mia, and head home early is for... Actually, surprisingly, stay at school a little longer is for Fina. And see how Mia is doing, Maya is doing, works towards her as well. Well, try to look for Natsuki is, of course, the Natsuki choice. So we're gonna go see how Maya is doing. The place where Maya always practices should be around here. But there's nobody here today. There is one person here. Toyama.
ごめんごめん。舞の様子を見に来てくれたんでしょ？
I suppose.
今日は部活休みだったよ。失敗。じゃあね。
Toyama runs to the school. One energetic girl. Oh well, did I go home already then? I'm home. My shoes are already by the doorway.
おかえり、お兄ちゃん。
Oh, you're the only one at home now, Mai.
久しぶりに二人きりだね。
Oh, that's true. Sit down on the sofa and stare out the window absent-mindedly. Club activities on hold today?
顧問の先生が何か失敗したらしいんだけど、詳しくはわからないんだ。
Always working hard until late in the evenings. It's fine to take it easy every once in a while. I was thinking of increasing my work hours a little too. I could get in Salmon's lunch division.
でも、お兄ちゃん週に5回もやってるよ。私こそ部活ばかりだし。
Promised that you wouldn't say anything about that. I interrupted Mai. You're doing the housework too. That looks a little apologetic. Besides, Carbonara has been eating more and more recently. She might be growing even bigger.
そのうち私が乗れるようになるかな。
Well, I hope she's not getting too big. I'm the one who picked up the Italians. Back then, I couldn't ignore any abandoned dogs I saw. In exchange, I've been working ever since to get money for their food. Well then, so it's time to make the list for next month's share of the chores.
あ、もう5月もあと1週間だもんね。
May is ending. Mai, did you already go this year?
おととい、お姉ちゃんもお兄ちゃんも仕事の間に。
I see. before yesterday. In other words, May 22nd is the day when the accident occurred 12 years ago. It was when my old man was still around. He belonged to a group that was investigating the history between the moon and Earth. My parents were part of that group as well, and they seemed to get along well with my old man. Oh, I see what it is! They are not blood-related siblings. It is adoption. Then the accident occurred in the middle of the investigation.
久しぶりにお花を買ったんだ。13回忌だったから。
See, she good too.
私だけだったから、お花を備えたのも。
Place my hand on Mai's head and pet her gently. Who died in that accident were Mai's parents. My old man brought in Mai immediately after. The mom approved of it too, and talks about adopting Mai proceeded before I knew it. Of fucking course! Let me guess. He's got his fucking... Oh my fucking god, don't tell me. Is Sayaka gonna be the cousin from Mai's perspective? Are they gonna pull shit like that? Mai's been my little sister ever since.
さあ、この話はおしまい。
Mai gently brushes off my hand.
たまには一緒にイタリアンズの散歩に行こうよ。
It's been a while since we've walked them during the day, hasn't it? I'm sure they'll be overjoyed. It's expected when Mai steps out into the garden.
お兄ちゃん、行こう。
Yeah, you don't have your sandals on? Go ahead and change by the door.
そうだね。
Dad, man, and I get pulled on by the Italians while walking along our usual route. It's already been 12 years since then, huh? The fact that Maya was adopted into our family has always been kept a secret within the Asagiri household. Only the two of us know about this after Mom died and my old man went missing. Even Ne-san doesn't know. Oh, forget what I said then. But I think it's just fine like this. The shape of a family was warped before it became the way it is today. But it's finally settled down. Mai's my little sister, and I'm Mai's older brother. No brother and sister. There's the promise that way.
いい天気だね。
There aren't that many people around as usual. Suppose we can let these guys run around for a little bit.
喜ぶよ。
Carbonara wags her tail with excitement. There you go. I'll hook the leash from each of the three dogs' collars. At first, they appeared a bit confused when taking the first few steps. After that, they freely ran around in circles and frolic around. They happily run from one place to another. YoaMae Hill Park is almost always deserted.
街中から少し離れてるしね。
Well, I suppose we wouldn't come here either unless we were walking the dogs. Arabiata had picked up a rubber ball from somewhere. Where'd you get that from? Suppose I played with them for a while. We played with the dogs for a while after that. The Italians are still full of energy. Mai and I followed the road home once we were worn out. Another day passed. Think about events at school, apparently. So we can continue skipping. Here will be Fina be in the textbook in the near future is apparently the right option here. Also, no actual scene happened there. It's just like, yeah, choice. Actually, I guess the scene did change.
ねえ、フィーナ。
Natsuki walks up to Fina's seat and strikes up a conversation during lunch break.
どうというと？ほら、恥ずかしいとか、誇らしいとか。私だったら。
Guess you're imagining your parents being at a textbook? Natsuki broods on it.
笑っちゃった。
So I can't imagine it either. I don't even know what kind of textbook they would be in. Textbook with a lot of photographic portraits would only be in historic or history and music. No matter where they're put, they wouldn't fit in at all. Seeing Natsuki and I laughs, Fina speaks.
実は、あまり感想はないわ。慣れちゃった？母の顔は月で使われている紙幣の肖像画にもなっているから、もう見慣れてしまっているの。
Really?
すごい。さすが王族ね。王族なら誰でもそのように扱われるわけではないわ。母が王国の女王として国民に慕われていたということね。好かれる女王様か。
What kind of person was she?
公明正大で平和を愛し、常に国と国民のことを考えていたわ。母のことは一個人としても娘としても尊敬しているの。
Fina looks both proud and happy when she says this.
かっこいい。
Natsuki was sincerely impressed. It's nice to have parents who are respected. It's nice to have parents who are respected.
達也は尊敬できないの？
Well, not really.
人それぞれの事情があるから一般論として言うつもりはないけれど、私は尊敬できる母を持つことができて幸せだと思っているわ。なんだか私ももっときちんとしなきゃって思っちゃった。
I know what you mean. It's like when you leave the cinema feeling like you want to be the cool protagonist of a movie you finished watching.
そうそう。ん？何にしても二人の役に立てたのなら嬉しいわ。
Just like Fina to reply like that. Carefully at Fina's mother imprinted on the textbook. The word praiseworthy was written around there. When you feel extremely pressured if you were that child in line. She's looking straight ahead like she always does. Just as one would expect of a princess. Impressed. Actually, I realized I knew that the girl next to me is the princess. Ah! It's probably Natsuki or Mai is apparently the choice here. Troubled lass, huh? Hold on, the choice was Fina or Mia. This is probably like an actual new choice then, where this one is the automatic for the original route. So is it? It's probably Natsuki or Mai. A troubled lass, you say? Huh. My Natsuki looked the same as usual. Jin might be teasing me by saying something irresponsible again, knowing him. Then I'm keeping in mind I toil away at work. It's time to finish up. Natsuki follows me to for a change. What's wrong?
ちょっと、マイと話があって。
I'm back.
お邪魔しまーす。
Natsuki heads up the stairway and knocks on the door to Mai's room.
夏希です。待ってました。
Still go inside Mai's room. I don't know what Natsuki is talking to Mai about. Bring him tea, apparently. what those two are talking about. It'd be a lie to say that it doesn't interest me. Anyway, I'll see what happens when I bring him tea.
Hi, どうぞ。
Made some tea.
お兄ちゃんありがとう。気が利くじゃない？
I am, once in a while. The two of them were relaxing and sitting comfortably. Em of Mai's pajamas has ridden up.
達也。
I didn't see anything.
私も何も言ってないよ。
What did I come here for? Wasn't I curious because I could hear him laughing? What are you guys chatting about?
そうそう。それがね。なつきちゃん言っちゃダメ。
What?
なんでもないの。ね。
Maya looks to Natsuki for help.
おー。なるほどね。
Natsuki compares Maya to me with an amused look.
ここは何でもないってことにしときましょうか。
What the heck?
そうそう。なんでもないの。
What is?
何もかも。さあ、お兄ちゃんは出てって出てって。ほらほらほら。
Maya grabs and pushes me. I'm driven out into the corridor. What was that all about? Unable to do anything else, I head back to the living room. It's something Maya can only discuss with Natsuki. Oh, I suppose I'd be able to ask me about anything as a thing of the past. Just absentmindedly think about it.
達也さん、どうかされましたか？
Mia peers into my face. I'm sure I had a weird look on my face just now. Looks like I made her worry. Tell her about the harmless event just now.
夏希さんは一緒に考えてくれる方ですから、親身になってくれる分、いろいろと話しやすいのかもしれませんね。
Yeah, I could be, yeah.
そういうものだと思います。
Say, give me a word of thanks. I didn't hear any more laughter from Maya's room that day. I don't know when Natsuki went home. Still don't know what that fancy transition's fucking about. Weekend apparently. Pass it like I usually do at work, home, and at work, apparently. Oh no, one of the options is I thought I saw something inside the laundry basket. I don't like that. It's Saturday at Trattoria Salmon after business is closed. As usual, Natsuki is drinking vegetable juice and Jin is calculating the day's profits.
Tatsu, 今日もお疲れ。
There are a lot of customers on the weekend as one would expect. It's probably because I've been running around more than usual, but I'm pretty tired today.
そうだな。商売繁盛、結構なことだよ、達也くん。
お客さんが全然来なかったら、達也のバイト代も出ないんだから。
I know that much. Getting a lot of customers means that Trattoria Salmon's popularity is on the rise. Have you ever thought of opening a second store?
お2号店か。
For instance, when Oba's son returns home from Milan. I don't think how to pronounce it. Jin laughs loudly all of a sudden. He walks over and stands in front of me.
僕が一人前にならなきゃ無理に決まってるじゃないか、達也くん。
じゃあ、そこは笑うとこじゃないでしょ。
Her wooden spoon explodes into a retort.
ああ、ちょっと待った、達。
Yes? Pops chases after me after I leave Sam.
先月分の食費、さやちゃんにもらったんだがな。少し多いんじゃないか？
Oh, that. There was that welcoming party for Fina last month. And there's 2 more mouths to feed.
しかしこりゃ。
Nessan beat me up if you try to return it. So please accept it.
そうか。さやちゃんにはよろしく伝えといてくれ。
Sure. Good night then.
ああ、おやすみ。
The meals that we eat together at Trattoria's summoned. Though it is practice cooking, there's still the cost of ingredients. That's why the Asagiri household pays however much they cost. Pops refused to accept it until the last second, but meals cost 1/3 of what they would cost elsewhere. Practically all the payment is made based only on the cost of the ingredients. After the exchange pettiness is over, the girl passes through the shopping district. I think I've seen her somewhere before. Where was it again? While I'm lost in thought, the girl disappears into the crowd. The flow of people hurrying to get home hasn't changed at all. This Noelle lass is really fucking intriguing. I'm home!
おかえりなさい。おかえりなさいませ。
Didn't get any breaks today, so my legs are worn out too. I want to take a bath already. It looks like someone's already in there. Is it Nissan? Hope Nissan didn't fall asleep in the bath. She couldn't have, right? With no choice, guess I'll wait for a while. Yeah, plus my socks still need to be washed into the laundry basket. Thought I saw something inside the laundry basket.
達也くん。
Nissan? No, this isn't.
達也くん。
Yes? Nissan smiles sweet.
ご飯抜き。
Okay, please excuse me. Whew! That was surprising. Scary as hell. Scary as well. That was definitely an accident just now. Should just hurry on to bed before things get worse. It's the first Monday of June, and we can skip again. I'll be fine to attend school as normal. I think that's the actual choice in the Fina route, probably. I'll be fine to attend school like normal as the Fina route choice. Rest up at home is the Mia route choice. Oh, also! Pass it like I usually do at home and at work is the Mia route choice. Is it Nissan is the Mia route choice? And investigate the laundry basket thoroughly. It's the Mia choice. School like normal. Rest up at home is also for Sayaka. Okay, makes sense, I guess. I'll be fine. I'll attend school like as normal.
本当に大丈夫？
Well, I'll manage somehow.
大丈夫じゃなさそうだったら無理はしないでね。
Okay. Not wobbling. I ate all my breakfast too. Try attending school like normal for now.
今日は午後から全員で弓張海岸の清掃ボランティアだからな。いい天気だが、くれぐれも暑いからといってそのまま海に飛び込んだりしないように。
That's what Miyashita tells us after this morning's lesson while they're over there. All students change their gym uniforms and head towards the beach. It's about a 10-minute walk to Yumihari Coast from the academy's back gate. It's like my audition is improving as the sunlight pours down on me. Yeah, this should already be a scene we saw. It's just that it doesn't register as a scene we've seen because of the fucking choice before. Number 1 hour class arrives at the beach.
ボランティアで掃除をするのね。海開きになったら人もたくさん来
I'll
る
be
し、
like speeding up a
うち
bit.
の学院が
Every
一番
hours
近い
each
しね。
year, and the volunteering is included in the classwork. Because it's kind of like an educational policy.
しかし、授業で強制では。それは。
It could be called compulsory or whatever at first, but they hope that the students will volunteer themselves later, you see.
きっかけになれば、ということね。
I think so.
まあ、強制とか考えないで。
Each person is handed a garbage bag, and everyone picks up trash, such as spray cans from the derived part of the beach. 1 garbage bag was the quota, so if you hurry up and pick up the trash, you can play it to your heart's content in the time remaining. Let's get started then.
Oh! Hey!
Apparently actively participated for Fina. Not for Fina, for Frisia. And play on the beach is apparently for Midori. Actively participate.
達也、
What is it?
先ほどのボランティアの意義についての話だけど。
Yeah. After that, I pick up garbage with Fina while telling her about how this event came to be. It's because Fina's in a position to control the kingdom in the future. He has some deep considerations.
もう一袋分のゴミが溜まったわね。
You can exchange it for a new trash bag over there if you still want to continue. Although you can play around for the rest of the time since you passed the quota.
いえ、もう少し続けてみるわ。達也はどうするの？
I'll stick with you.
達也のゴミ袋ももういっぱいになりそうよ。一緒に新しいゴミ袋をもらいに行きましょう。
Sure thing. The intense rays of the early summer sun grill the beach scorching hot. Everybody takes a break and soaks their feet in the sea to prevent heat stroke. Such acts are overlooked. It's starting to get hot, isn't it?
そうね。
He places a hand on her head.
達也の髪の色の方が熱そう。
You think? Copy Fina touching my head with my hands. Ow!
ほら。
I'll cool off my body for the time being. Strip on my jersey and go down towards the beach. Are you coming, Fina?
いえ、私はまだゴミを拾うわ。
Staying in the heat isn't good for your body. I think it'll feel good to cool down. Take off my socks.
いえ、遠慮しておくわ。
Exposing your bare feet outside the house be taboo or break some kind of rule.
そういうわけではないけれど。
Stand on the scorching hot sand with my bare feet. Hot, hot! Walk up to the slightly damp part of the beach. It's been a long time since I felt sand under my bare feet. This feels great. Surf touches my toes. Next wave soaks me up to my ankles. I can feel the sand under the soles of my feet being carried away by the receding wave. You should come here too, Fina. Skipping out on cleaning make her feel guilty. This one was an actual choice, yet it doesn't show this one as the choice I've picked before, even though it was. Skipping out on cleaning make her feel guilty. She's feeling guilty about skipping out on cleaning. I've been enjoying myself a little too much. I understand. I'll get back to cleaning too.
ごめんなさい。
I don't know why she's apologizing, but I go back to cleaning again. Until your time's over, and after changing at school, we start down the road home. Fina's in a good mood the whole time. Later that evening, Fina told me all about her day. About scorching hot sand, about the sea breeze, and about the waves. Mia listened with great interest, and Fina seemed to have really enjoyed herself as well. Yup. A brew Renaissance tea. Oh. That's where you accidentally walk in on her. Brew Renaissance tea. Yeah, it's the usual breakfast same. As usual, double the tea leaves and thrice the amount of time for steaming. Here you go, Nesson.
ありがとう、達也くん。
She pets me.
おはようございます。
Fina enters with quick
ちょう
steps.
どいいタイミングだよ、フィーナさん。おはようございます、姫様。さあ、準備ができましたよ。
Breakfast as usual, start of a normal day. Both Fina and Mia have grown completely accustomed to breakfast at the Asagiri household. Being surprised at unknown ingredients and struggling with chopsticks, such scenes are mostly things of the past. Sometimes we almost forget that they came from the moon. Well, I don't know why, that just reminds me of the fucking video. I retweeted it recently on Twitter. It was a fucking animation. It was like, oh, there's a squid right there. You see how you kill him, it's just you just give him like a little karate chop. And it is so fucking hilarious. Because it's basically like a fucking animation with Splatoon. With like an inkling on the table, and he's just like, see, just like that, it's dead. You know, now you want to give him another one just to be safe. Just like that, it's dead. Oh boy. And I don't know why it's so fucking hilarious to me. Sometimes we almost forget that they... Oh, I already read that. Go practice my... What? Go practice my to flute practice. But it's nice. It's like the laundry is will dry well today. It's that kind of tranquil Sunday. Even Fina has her share of chores today. Today is laundry day. She's supposed to run the laundry through the washing machine and then dry it in the dryer. Colored fabric will spread to white clothes, is what Mai told her.
洗濯終わったわ。服がきれいになるのは気持ちいいのね。ええ、それが洗濯の醍醐味です。
By the way, is Mai's lack of chores this month due to her club activities?
舞ちゃんはね、月末に吹奏楽の大会があって練習が大変みたいなの。その分来月頑張ってもらうからね。はーい、今日もこれから練習だよ。そうだったの。いい結果が出るといいわね。
Mai looks a little apologetic as Fina encourages her.
まあ、うちの学院って学生数も少ないし、吹奏楽部員も少なくて小編成しか作れないし、参加することに意義があるって感じで楽しめればと思ってます。楽しめることも大切なことだと思うわ。きっといい経験になるわよ。そうですね。フィーナさん、ありがとう。それでは私はミアの掃除を手伝ってみるわね。よろしくお願いします。
Put the patas. Fina put the patas up to the second floor.
フィーナさんも家事の面白さが分かってきたみたいだね。ええ、そうね。さて、私も今日はこれから出勤なの。準備しなきゃ。
Go with Mai to flute practice, apparently. No, which is the other one, because better her than her, in my opinion, right now. Go to Mai's flute practice. As usual riverbank that Mai used for practice. Mai takes a flute out of the case.
じゃあ、始めます。
Sure.
いつもの曲だけど、寝ちゃダメだよ。
Thanking me sleeping is praise. It means my anxieties fly away when I listen to her performance.
もう、そんなのずるいよ。
Mai puffs out her cheeks a little. As flute stops a number of people who are walking down the road. Many of them have an, oh, she's at it again type of look. Though the temperature is high, the humidity is low. Rushing wind blows across the river bank. Lie down on top of the grass.
ご清聴ありがとうございました。
You've gotten better. Started over a few times from the middle, but far fewer times than when you first started.
そうだったら嬉しいな。
Mai smiles while putting away her flute. Get up too and pat her on the head. Let's go home then. Help Fina with taking in the dry laundry. Clean the bath after that once I finish eating the dinner that Mai and Mia made. It's time to relax.
みやちゃん、私の部屋に来ない？はい、行きます。
Here follows Mai after being invited. What are those two doing in her room?
ミヤはカードでの占いを教えてもらっているそうですよ。マイちゃんは占いが得意なんですって。
Kinda interesting. I'll go see what they're doing. How they're doing. It's May.
お兄ちゃん、今占い中だよ。達也さん、舞さんすごいんですよ。占いができるんです。
Mia looks very interested.
そんなに本格的なものじゃないんだけど。
Judging from how Mai's acting, I remember how she did fortunes for fun with her classmates during lunch. Still, Mia stares at the card Mai flipped over with glittering eyes.
出たよ。
Mai flips over the cards, removes some, and combines some
対
together.
人関係は
She flips one over.
年上の人に配慮を続けるとどんどん良くなる。悩みは
She turns over two cards this
家
time.
族や近しい人に関する悩みが発生。問題ごとには
She flips from a different pile.
親友が助けになってくれるでしょう。これで最後だね。恋愛について。
Flips over both sides of the remaining three cards and turns over the last one in the middle.
甘えすぎず正攻法で行けば道は開ける。と、こんなとこかな。舞さん、すごいです。
Okay, we have to remember that and check if in Mia's route that is actually what's happening. Mia rolls her eyes in delight. Widens her eyes, opens her eyes, but rolls her eyes in delight? What? That's probably her first fortune. I suspect she's startled since this is all new to
お
her.
兄ちゃんもやってみる？
Just this once then.
どれどれ？
Let's start setting up cards on the floor.
何を占ってあげようか。
Let me think. Love. Money. A money one, please.
オッケー。金運ね。
Turns over a few cards and a single one remains after she draws them aside. Since you're keeping quiet now, does that mean it's bad?
ごめんお兄ちゃん。かなり悪い。っていうか、考えられる限り最悪かも。
Really?
達也さん、頑張りましょう。未来は自分で変えないと。そうだよ、お兄ちゃん。
Don't stammer. Two of them amuse themselves with fortune telling after that. That's the first time I've seen Maya tell fortunes, but she studied in order to make Mia happy. Of course, I don't think Maya's fortune will really come true, though I wish the outcome was a tiny bit better. It is nighttime, my dudes. I wonder what happened to Natsuki's mom. Nessun became our mom instead. That's still a weird thing to say. Get big at Fiend and Company. Familiar with
お裾分けだ。知り合いから大量にもらってな。さやちゃんとまいちゃんがいればうまいもん作ってくれるだろう。
Oh yeah, we know this thing. I think that's probably right. Hang out with Fiona at the shopping district.
達也、
Now, observe. It isn't exclusive to Lunarians, but there still won't be many other opportunities to go in. I'll be glad to observe.
わかりました。 細かいことはフィーナ様にお伺いするのが良いでしょ
う。では達也、行きましょうか。
Urged on by Fina, we proceed to the chapel. Moritz heads to the building from a different entrance. Damn, gold-plated everything, is it? Most of the seats are already full. There are only a few people chatting, and I occasionally hear a cough.
ここに座りましょう。
She says that in a low voice and points to seats way at the back. Those who notice Fina's voice turn around and nod at her in greeting. Fina returns their nod.
失礼します。
Fina speaks to those around her and sits down. Fina and the others treat each other equally for the most part here. I suppose it's because everybody is equal in front of God. Let's see.
何を納得しているの？
Oh, I'll tell you later.
その方がいいわね。
Fina faces towards the front altar. The atmosphere inside the chapel quickly quiets down when the door to the front left opens. The one who appears is Moritz, the man I was talking to just now. Everybody stands up as Moritz slowly walks to the altar. Moritz prays at the altar, and everybody silently bows. Then everybody sits down when Moritz turns towards us. I copy them while glancing sideways at Fina's conduct.
皆さんおはようございます。
So the sermon starts.
皆さんに神のご加護があらんことを。
Moritz's sermon ends with those words. To summarize the contents of the sermon, it was something like, be thoughtful of others and act in moderation.
ところで、今日は皆さんにご紹介したいものがおります。
Can I think of it? I feel like I forgot something.
入りなさい。
Moritz speaks towards the door he entered from. Of course, Estel. She said she'd be at the chapel, but I hadn't seen her until now. Wasn't I kind of hoping she'd be here?
達也、どうかしたの？
Oh, well, eyes are glued to the door while I respond to Fina. One who appears from the door is...
はじめまして。この度、こちらの礼拝堂に赴任してまいりました。エステル・フリージアと申します。
It's Frieza! As I thought, it's that girl. But her beauty right now during the day seems different from the other night. The light flowing in from the window is like her spotlight, lighting up the dim chapel. Particles of light slip through her glittering hair. Her white skin bounces back at the sunlight and is dazzling to look at. The graceful atmosphere shows through from her firm, straightened body.
エステルはこの春、教団の学院を卒業したばかりです。まだ経験不足ですが、近いうちには礼拝も行ってもらおうかと思っております。
いろいろとご迷惑をおかけすることもあるかと存じますが、精一杯務めさせていただきます。よろしくお願いいたします。
Estel's voice rings distinctly through the chapel. The clear echo was as fresh and cool as water from the thawed snow.
それでは、本日はこれで失礼いたします。皆様に、神のご加護があらんことを。
Estel bows silently. Her atmosphere remains in the chapel for a little while, even after she leaves. Moritz quietly waits for the lingering presence to subside.
それでは、本日の礼拝はこれで終わりです。お時間をいただきまして、ありがとうございました。
The people seated at the front leave their seats one by one after Moritz's remark. Each of them stops in front of the altar and then leaves the chapel behind. It takes a while until our turn comes, since we were seated way in the back. It's bright! My eyes got used to the dim chapel, so the summer sunlight feels too intense on my eyes. Fina also looks up at the dazzling
どうだ
sky.
ったかしら？
It's roughly what I imagined, but I do feel kind of refreshed.
それは何よりね。
フィーナ様。
A voice calls out from the chapel entrance.
モーリッツ様、本日はありがとうございました。
Thank you.
いえいえ、これが務めですから。 ところで少しお時間をよろしいでしょうか。改めてエステルを紹介させていただきたいのですが。
私は大丈夫ですが。
Fina looks at me. Fina looks at me. It's fine.
よかった。では中へどうぞ。美しい肌が日に焼けてしまっては月の皆に申し訳が立ちませんから。
まあ、お戯れを。
Returned the jab of Fina, who was smiling wryly.
おかけになって少々お待ちください。
ありがとうございます。
Moritz passes the altar and leaves the chapel.
そういえば達也、礼拝が始まる前に何か考えていたようだけれど。
Oh, I did say that I'd tell you later. I was thinking about how you and the others treat each other as equals in the chapel.
神の見前では皆平等ということで、俗世間の事物は持ち込まないようにしているのよ。私も、国民も。
Head honcho here, or should I say, the one people pay their respects to is Moritz.
もちろんよ。神の御心を伝えてくださる方ですもの。
That's why you wanted to introduce me, huh?
ええ。それに私は別の意味でも聖職者には敬意を払っているわ。
Different?
宗教は国を精神的側面から支えているわ。逆に物理的側面から国を支えるのは主に政治の役割。つまり政治と宗教が両輪となって現在の月は支えられているの。
I see now. That's a lot to think about, as one would expect.
神聖な場で言うことではなかったわね。俗世間の事物は持ち込まないと言ったばかりなのに。
Fina smiles and giggles.
お待たせしました。
Moritz enters the chapel, and another person follows.
先ほどご挨拶させていただいたエステルです。
Estel, standing behind Moritz, takes a step forward.
私、この度赴任してまいりました。エステル・フリージアと申します。ご尊顔を拝し、光栄に存じます。
Estel introduces herself to Fina with a somewhat flushed face. Like Moritz, she takes a humble position with Fina.
はじめまして。フィーナ・ファム・アーシュライトと申します。司祭様、以後よろしくお願いいたします。
Fina gracefully curtsies in front of Estel.
そのように、司祭様などと呼ばれましては。
Fina smiles to get her point across to the flustering Estel. Moritz watches over Estel with a warm gaze. Estel purses her lips.
よろしくお願いします。フィーナ様。
Gives her greeting again. It surmises Fina's intentions in a heartbeat.
地球は初めてですか？
はい。先日登ってきたばかりです。
Ascended? That's an unusual word.
そうですか。お互い地球には不慣れですが、頑張りましょう。
ありがとうございます。
Estel seems happy to talk to her. You can see her joy of meeting Fina from her expression. Watching the two of them meet for the first time tells me a lot. I'm sure Fina's popularity is quite high on the moon.
こちらからも紹介させてください。
Fina looks at me. I was so fascinated by that conversation that I forgot about
あ
myself.
なたは、
Thanks for the other day. Estel bows with a surprised expression.
知り合いだったのかね。
はい。先日、礼拝堂まで案内していただいたのです。その節は、ありがとうございました。
Moritz's attention drifts to me and Estel smiles. Missed a chance to tell you my name last time. I'm Asagiri Tatsuya.
朝霧さんですね。改めてよろしくお願いします。
Not so much service.
そういえば、フィーナ様はホームステイをされているとのことでしたね。
はい。こちらの朝霧さんのお宅でお世話になっています。
そうでしたか。お住まいはどちらですか？
It's about a 20-minute walk from here.
少し歩くのですね。
歩くとは言っても、景色の良い川沿いの道ですから、気にはなりません。ね、達也。
It's cool. There's a nice cool breeze this season too. Estel looks directly into my eyes for an instant. Moritz and Estel, are you two the only ones living in this chapel?
事情があって、世話をしている女の子がいるのですが、彼女を含めて3人です。
エステルが家事を請け負ってくれるようになったので助かってますよ。
Moritz says this while looking at Estel. He does so with a very warm look. I'm sure they've known each other for a long time. He's trying her best at our house too.
それは皮肉かしら。確かに月と地球では生活習慣が異なるから力に慣れていない部分もあると思うけれど。
Fina looks at Estel with a smile, but Estel has a very serious look. She's looking at me too.
朝霧さん、いくらフィーナ様のお世話をされているからといっても、呼び捨てにされるのは看過できません。
Oh yeah. Fina may be part of the family to me. In the eyes of Estel and others, we've taken in the princess.
構いません。達也とはお互いに名を呼び合う約束をしていますから。それにこれは私から申し出たことですから。
そこまで含めてのホームステイということですね、フィーナ様。
はい。ですから達也を責めないでいただけると嬉しいです。
わかりました。
That's what Estel said, but her expression says otherwise. I want to change the topic somehow. By the way, Estel, you mentioned that you've ascended to Earth earlier, but what does that mean specifically?
それは。
Estel thinks for a moment.
私から説明させていただきます。
Moritz smiles and turns toward me.
朝霧さんは地球から月に行くことを登ると下るのどちらに例えますか？
Oh, hold on. Ascend, I guess. One is up in the sky floating in space.
なるほど。では月での生活を考えてみてください。
Just say land in both cases. Think about it less of you're doing space travel, more think of it as more as travel to another continent, I guess. That's the best way to put it. Living on the moon. Look at the sky from the moon. Oh!
お気づきですか？月の空に浮かんでいるのは地球です。つまり上下の感覚が逆なのです。自由に行き来できる状況ならこのようにはならないのでしょうが、長い間我々はお互いに行き来することができなかったわけですから。
I didn't think of that. That's surprising.
仕方のないことですよ。
Moritz smiles
さて
warmly.
そろそろおいとましましょうか。
Fina was face. No, she says that while facing Moritz. I guess.
お引き止めしてすみませんでした。
いいえ。楽しい時間をありがとうございました。
She still looks not very pleased by any of this.
またお越しください。
喜んで。地球の暑さは答えますが、お互い頑張りましょう。
はい、ありがとうございます。
See you later, Moritz, Estel.
はい。以後よろしくお願いします。
お気をつけて。
Estel, sir, maintains your polite language. The friendly atmosphere she had earlier is gone. What the heck happened?
それでは、失礼します。
I bow and withdraw without knowing anything. Can I ask you something?
何かしら。
Do you think Estel is angry that I dropped the honorific when speaking to you? She thinks a little and then responds.
納得してくれたように見えたけれど。
You think? It felt like she had a stiff attitude until the end.
そうかしら。
She doesn't seem to like this topic. She was trying to avoid my question directly. Did I say something bad that I shouldn't have? Did I touch on something that's taboo on the moon? It feels heavier the more I think about it. Just what could I have done to Estel? Again, Estel is highly capable, right? Even though she's the same age as me, she's transferred to Earth. Change topics so that Fina doesn't have to answer my question.
彼女は優秀だと思うわ。
See?
ええ。
She stops midway again. It's unusual for Fina to be evasive like this. Maybe it's better to avoid bringing up Estel altogether. A sense of fatigue comes over me as I breathe in and out. Can't understand the reason why Estel changed her attitude. I could write it off as her being in a bad mood today. I feel like doing that right now. I want to ask her why her attitude had changed. To apologize if it is something wrong. And part of me wants her to treat me like she did when I guided her. Feels like the mayflies settled on the water's surface are looking up at me. Their unsightly struggling figures look pitiful and even divine at the same time. The river's surface imparts multiple complex layers of ripples. Are we currently in Estel's brain? That is the proof of life. It is proof that life will fade in the end. But part of me has faith. The mayfly will someday escape from the liquid curse. Towards the blue sky. Towards the sky overflowing with light. They'll soar up there. Another view, Moritz Zabelfront. I'm in a plastic-coated room. I can hear the faint sound of the oil from the lamp crackling. I love this sound. Darkness remains in the corner of the room. One lamp holds back the darkness from descending from all directions. Comfort I take in identifying myself with that unreliable figure. The comfort I take in identifying myself with that unreliable figure is a pleasant feeling. The door is knocked upon.
どうぞ。
失礼します。
The light of the lamp brings Estel's figure into view. It's as if she scrambled out of the darkness. Do I feel this way because I'm afraid of cherishing this girl?
お呼びですか、モーリッツ様。
ああ。少し聞いておきたいことがあってね。おかけなさい。
Estel does as I say and pulls a chair over.
今日はご苦労だったね。
こちらこそ、挨拶の時間を取っていただき、ありがとうございました。
どうだったね、初めての礼拝は。
とても緊張しました。
それにしてはなかなか立派な挨拶だったよ。
Estel averts her gaze, slightly abashed.
ありがとうございます。でもモーリッツ様、あまり私を甘やかさないでください。私は褒められるとダメになってしまうたちです。
仕方あるまい。
ともかくこれからも精一杯努力します。
Effort. Estel has always continued to make an effort. That's exactly why it makes it hard on me.
たまには。
はい。
いや、なんでもない。
Sometimes it's important to stop. Can't speak of such presumptuous advice.
しっかりしてください。まだお若いのですから。
She shows me a sulking look, but I know that it is her way of expressing her love.
ところでエステル。
Slightly hard in the tone of my
何
voice.
でしょう。
今日の朝霧さんに対する態度はどういうことだ。
Estel stares at me.
何か問題でも。
人を不愉快にさせることに問題がないとでも言うのか。
私が特別な態度を取ったというのなら改めます。ですが、私の対応は一般的な基準から大きく外れていないと思います。
What this girl says certainly is true. Instead, it is I who is the exception here.
フィーナ様もフィーナ様です。地球のことを学ばれたいというご意志は素晴らしいものだと思います。しかし、なぜ地球人と生活などする必要があるのです？他の手段がいくらでもあるではないですか。
She changes the brunt of her anger. I'm sure it is because she took a shock to how her respected Fina showed up with an earth.
それは私に言っても仕方のないことだろ
う。分かっています。フィーナ様に直接申し上げるわけにはいきませんから、モーリッツ様に申し上げているのです。
分かった分かった。しかしここで地球人と接する機会は少なくない。慣れる必要があるぞ。
分かっています。
Her tone doesn't agree with her words. By the way, she won't be able to make improvements in a day. I'm sure pursuing this further will have the opposite
と
effect.
ころで 学院で何かあったのか？地球に配属されるとは聞いていなかったが。
Estel stares at me again. Estel has changed. It's been 3 years since he separated from me and entered the academy. She's not the girl I once knew. Those 3 years had added something in that girl.
私が地球へ来たのは自分の意思です。
そうか。
もちろんです。そもそも押し付けられた配属などに私は従いません。
わかった。
お話は以上ですか？
Estel fakes a
そう
smile.
だ。
では失礼いたします。まだ読みかけの本がありますので。
あまり根を詰めるなよ。
Estel leaves the room after nodding obediently.
自分の意志か。
It doesn't seem like she's fixed her old habit. I lean against the back of the chair. Fatigue weighs heavily on both of my shoulders. Why has God bestowed this trial upon me? I know why. I know, but... At any rate, I should confirm this. I reach for the phone in my hand as I think that. Is that girl still working? Another view and... After school on Wednesday.
しかし蒸し暑いね。
Alright. Natsuki flaps on the front of her uniform, fanning in the breeze. I got here, but breeze coming in isn't cool at all.
夏希、はしたないわ。
Fina kindly warns Natsuki in her usual
リ
manner.
ーナはなんで平気そうな顔してるかな。
Natsuki asks while hanging her tongue out like she can't take it anymore.
平気そうな顔しているだけよ。
Are you bluffing?
ただの我慢よ。こんなところで痩せても仕方がないわ。
私はどんなとこでもいいから痩せたいけど。
That grave Natsuki.
余計なお世話よ。
ともかく、もう少しで家に着くから、それまで我慢しましょう。
Fina pushes a handkerchief with extravagant laces against her forehead. Even she's starting to wipe off her sweat. Come to think of it, you mentioned that you had to put up with the heat on Earth last time.
月では気温がほとんど一定に管理されているから、暑さ寒さに慣れていないの。
Oh, I see.
私も月に住みたい
一年中同じというのも、それはそれでつまらないものよ。
Is that girl having a bad time with the heat around this time too? Estel is the one who comes to mind. Can't help but think of that girl several times a day since Dad's Sunday sermon. Haven't come up with an answer as to why her attitude
な。
changed.
どうしたの？
Well, I was just lost in thought.
なの？
That, I guess, human relationships. Fina sneaks a side glance at me.
そんなもん、暑い時に考えたってダメだって。それにさ、どうせ同じことぐるぐる考えてるだけなんでしょ？
It's depressing how she's on the mark. I don't have work today either. Suppose I'll tackle this head on. It'll be better to finish this up quickly. I look towards the Lunarian residential district as I decide that. Sorry, but I remembered something I have to do.
急に思い立つわね。いいんじゃない？いってらっしゃいませ。
Natsuki sees me off without asking me where I'm headed.
戻りは？
Fina stares into my eyes. She probably realized where I'm headed knowing her. I'll be back before dinner.
伝えておくわ。
Fina keeps it brief. As I thought, seems like she wants to speak of this matter, but she doesn't seem like she wants to speak of this matter. Sorry that we can't return to the house together.
いえいえ。
Change my course to the Lunarian district, the residential district, as Natsuki sends me off by waving her hands, telling me to get a move on. Feels somewhat refreshing inside this area, due to the plants and the surroundings, but it's also because this place holds a religious atmosphere is huge. It's due to the plants and the surroundings, but it's also because this place that holds a religious atmosphere is huge. That's the thing. Pull myself together while wiping the sweat running down my brow. Huh? Spot the silhouettes of people in the cloister surrounding this courtyard. It's Moritz, and that's a girl I've seen before. Two of them were talking about something in the shade created by the roof. Seemed to be looking like they're having a discussion rather than an adult looking after a kid. What-san?
おやこれは
Good afternoon. Girl suddenly takes a leave when I wondered if I should greet her or not. Wood approached me without taking notice of the girl.
こんにちは。今日はお一人ですか
Yeah, who was that girl just now?
ああ、事情があってここで世話をしているのです。ちょっと人見知りをする子でして。
Is that how it is? Is this place kind of this place kind of like a nursery too?
月には託児所や孤児院のような施設もありますが、ここでは特にそういったシステムはありませんよ。もちろん相談には乗りますが。
This means she's dealt with as a special case.
今日は
specific.
礼拝ですか
That's not it. It's Estel here.
おや
Wood smiles with a slight look of surprise.
あいにくエステルは買い物に出ております。すぐに戻るとは思うのですが、お待ちになりますか
Damp my spirits of a waiter. You shopping inside the residential quarters?
はい。あの子は居住区から出ませんから。
I'll try looking for it then.
もし見つからなかったら、またここにおいでなさい。
Sure, excuse me. I bowed and leave the chapel behind. Head out to the streets where the shops are lined up. If I say this, there aren't that many shops. It's a little early to be shopping for dinner, so there aren't many pedestrians. I'm sure I'll notice Estel if she passes by. So I walk down the streets while peeking inside the shops by my side. Sure enough, I spot her soon after. She just happened to be leaving a shop.
ありがとうございました。
Talking, sorry.
これからは時々寄らせてもらいますね。
ありがとうございます。
Estel's carrying a vinyl and paper shopping bag.
夜8時過ぎには店を閉めてしまいますが、窓を叩いていただければいつでも出ますので。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Estel politely says farewell to the elderly clerk and moves onto the streets. Estel suddenly stops walking.
あなた、
She charms her gaze for an instant.
何かご用？
Can I have some of your time?
要件によりますが。
That's what she says, but I don't see her in the mood to make much time for me. I wanted to ask you about the other day.
何のことですか？
Did I do something to offend you?
別に。
No matter how I look at it, she has the attitude that says she's offended. As I thought, I did something to make you angry, didn't I?
今現在しています。
Well, that's...
あなたに対して特別な態度をとっているつもりはありません。それでは急ぎますから。
S quickly cuts through me. Wait a second. Follow after her a few feet behind.
ついてこないで。
Estel picks up her walking speed. Please listen to me for a second!
話すようなことは何もありません。
He speeds up even more. There's something I want to ask you! Please! Speeds up further, but it's less than a run. And just listen to me. The attitude you took after greeting Fina was...
ひな様を呼び捨てに。
Estel stops before she finishes talking. Ah! Estel loses her balance when I bump into her. I reach out my hand right away and somehow manage to grab her arm before she falls. Thank goodness! Estel doesn't move as I have her arm held. Will you listen to what I have to say?
話して。
Did you mean let's go? Great. Estel scowls at me and raises her arm.
話して。
Is that what you meant? Will you answer my question about this?
話してくれてから考えます。
I relax my hand when Estel loosens up a little. Did I do something to offend you during Sunday service?
答えは先ほどと同じです。あなたは別に私を怒らせていないし、私もあなたに特別な態度はとっていない。
Estel stares at me, having said that. Shakes my hand off of her.
失礼します。
She starts talking after saying that over her shoulder. Wait. Try to call her to stop, but I give up. Feels like the retreating figure of the girl steadily going at a distance is telling me that she has nothing further to say. This paper bag that had fallen by my feet. Estel most likely dropped it when I bumped into her. Pick it up and a book surfaces from the slightly worn-out bag. It's a heavy book titled Introduction to Economics in Golden Letters. She reads such difficult-looking books. Seems to be another book, but I can't see the cover unless I open the bag further.
あの
She's the one who called out. The one who called out to me from behind is the clerk from
大
before.
丈夫ですか？
Yes, it wasn't much of a problem.
でも往来で司祭様と口論は良くないですよ。お互いのために。
The clerk smiles brightly. Seems you were watched closely. I'm sorry.
しかし初めてお見かけする司祭様でしたね。
She was just assigned here.
そうでしたか。道理で。もう礼拝は執り行われているのでしょうか。
I just gave her my greetings last Sunday.
お若いですものね。
Clerk says that with admiration. Is it amazing that she's a priestess at her age?
そりゃまあごくごく稀なことでしょ。
It's as though his expression says obviously. Pardon me, I don't know much about the monk. Clerk looks at me with a slightly surprised look.
君
Yes.
もしかして地球の方？
Why is it? It's like I shouldn't reply yes. That's right.
そうでしたか。いやいや。ははは。
Clerk's expression isn't amused.
ともかく司祭様と口論などしてはいけませんよ。
Yes.
それでは仕事がありますので失礼します。
Clerk returns to the store. I feel like he's kind of slammed the door. Look around me and notice the people who were having a friendly chat in open cafes are staring at me. We leave the streets being wrapped in a strange sense of discomfort. Passed through the streets, but Estel dropped is in my right hand. It would be logical to deliver it to her. Right. I get the reason why she changed her attitude towards me advert this time. Want to start over if I've made a mistake, and I have to clear up the misunderstanding if she's under the wrong impression. The door of the chapel opens with a creak. The interior is completely empty. Excuse me! My voice echoes off the high ceiling. Is Asagiri? There's the sound of footsteps somewhere in the distance. Sound gradually becomes louder.
これは朝霧さん。
Sorry for the frequent
エ
visits.
ステルならついさっき帰ってきましたが、お会いになれましたか？
Yes, on the streets.
それは何より。
Estel dropped something, so I brought it for her.
いい年をして落とし物とはお恥ずかしい。では、ちょっと呼んできます。
So far, so good. Battle will start when I see her. I don't have a strategy or anything, though.
お待たせしました。
Sir, I consciously straightened myself out.
あの子はまだ来ませんよ。身だしなみを整えておるようなので、しばらくお待ちいただけますか。気の強い子ですが、あれでも女ですので。
Yes.
さあ、こちらへどうぞ。
Sit with Moritz in the chairs between the aisles that I used for sermons.
今日は暑くなりましたね。年寄りには答えます。
Still young yourself.
いやいや。時に、エステルとは何かありましたか？
Suddenly feels like he has me in his pockets, well, in a way.
何やら、ご迷惑をおかけしたようですね。
That's not the case, but actually, it feels like Estel has hated me since I asked her a question during the sermon last time. I couldn't think of it why she would, so I tried to get her to tell me.
取り付く島もなかったと。
Yes. Do you have any ideas?
あります。
Because I thought, did I do something to her?
エステルは何と？
I'm not angry at you in particular, and I'm not taking a special attitude towards you, she said. But it stinks for a bit.
彼女は嘘をついているわけではありません。実際にその通りですから。
What do you mean?
エステルの答えは少し言葉が足りないのです。正確には。
あなたの言動は別に私を怒らせていないし、私も付き人としてあなたに特別な態度はとっていないです。
Estel is standing at the doorway before I realize it. Ah.
他人の会話に口を挟むとは行儀が悪いな。
申し訳ありません。
Estel steps forward while saying
それ
that.
で何の用ですか？
You forgot something? I hold out the paper bag. Are you reading some tough books?
中を見ましたね。
She glares at me. Did the bag tore when it fell?
そうですか。
Estel takes a book as she says that. However, Did she hold in a bad spot? Book's heaviness tears the bag. Books scatter on the floor. One of the books is the introductions to economics that I saw earlier. The other book is... Estel picks up the books in a hurry. Estel, who was bending over the floor, glares at me with upturned eyes.
見ましたか?
Nope.
なら結構です。
Estel lets out a sigh of relief. Doggy world of all things. He has a secret weapon! Her face turns red instantly. In terms of flash boiling, she's about 90%, 70% of Natsuki. You like dogs?
笑ってくれていいです。
Doggy World, the front cover of the book has a close-up picture of an innocent bushwood puppy. No matter how I think of it, it's a book written by dog lovers for dog lovers. Nah, that's not what I meant. I also love dogs.
私が地球人と同じ好みだというの?
Starts to say something ridiculous. You don't need to be that bothered by it? She glares at me sharply.
失礼します。
Feel more flabbergasted than awkward.
いや、お恥ずかしい。
Does she hate me?
あの子は恥ずかしかっただけですよ。
No, my man. Like, she hates him. She hates him and Earthlings. I think that has been proven at this point. No need to sugarcoat it. That was an accident just now?
ええ。朝霧さんは何も悪いことをしていない。日曜礼拝の日からずっと。
He suddenly returns back to the issue at hand. What do you mean?
エステル自身が言っていたではないですか。
Your words and actions and so forth.
それもありますが、もっと後に言った言葉ですよ。
Could it be the same taste as an Earthling part?
その通りです。
Words were clearly filled with a nuance that says she despises Earthlings. Nice racism. Based. I am joking, of course. I in no way am endorsing racism. Racism should fucking be wiped from the earth. I'm only using jokes here. I'm not one to use the word based in a serious context. The moment I say based, you can just kind of assume, oh, he's bullshitting. I'm sure Estelle was just heated up.
違いますよ、朝霧さん。
Well, it gives me a serious look.
あれが彼女の、いえ、付き人の一般的な感覚です。残念ながら、多くの付き人は地球人を好ましく思っていません。優越感、恐れ、敵視。内容は様々ですが。
Most of the words. Lunarians don't like Earthlings. Your image of Lunarians is clearly off. Not once seen the Lunarians today now behave angrily or look down upon humans. Suddenly recall the conversation with the clerk on the streets.
もしかして地球の方?
That's right.
そうでしたか。いや。ははは。
Words not slightly to the words that I subconsciously uttered.
戦場王のセフィリア様は新地球派で有名な方でした。地球派の貴族たちを抑えて付き人居住区をお作りになられたのもセフィリア様。フィーナ様はそのご息女であり、御自ら地球のことを勉強される方です。
Mia is a mate that serves Fina. Karen is in charge of her homestead this time. What about you, Moritz?
私は地球の方に対して目立った偏見は持っていません。ここも長いですから。
I see. Just lacked a cold towards me because she found out I was on Earth.
そうです。
Moritz answers clearly. Pierce said he doesn't intend to obscure the facts. That's I think that's strange. I say that distinctly. Strange to lump us all together just because I'm an Earthling. There are many different kinds of Earthlings. Aren't there many kinds of Lunarians too? Fina, Mia, Karen, Moritz. They all have their respective positions, ideas, and behavior. It'd be meaningless to argue that they're like that, with the reason being that because they're Lunarians. I think that would hold true even if you replace Lunarians with Earthlings. I think people should decide whether the person in front of them is good or bad after talking to them. How can people decide what that based on where they live before talking to them?
朝霧さんの考えは間違っていないと思います。ただ、この種の問題は取り扱いが難しいものです。
Moritz clasps both hands on his knees.
エステルの感覚は付き人の中で生活している限り責められることがありません。彼女はそんな社会でずっと育ってきたのです。
So in other words, Lunarian society is racist based. Actually, not even racist. It's more like Planetist.
一朝一夕にこれを改めるのは。
So it wouldn't be easy to change the values that have been conditioned into her. But I think she should come to understand if you give her time. Well, it stares at my face. She might not ever change if she's on the moon. But right now, she's on Earth. I realized it. I wish to wipe away Estel's prejudice. I don't really know why. Expressions from the night when I guided her home comes to mind. Might be because I want to see the girl from that night once more. It's been a quick 2 hours since I left the chapel. I think back on it, it feels like I've said something very arrogant. But I don't regret it, because those words come from how I've lived until now. Fortunately, how Lunarians have a tendency to look down on Earthlings seems to be a fact. Now to think about it, Fina didn't tell me the reason why Estel's changed her behavior because she knew about this. There's no doubt that it would have been embarrassing for her. And like Fina, I'm unable to do anything big like change the Lunarians as a whole. But if it's only one person, I'd be able to get rid of Estel's prejudice.
あなた
Estel calls out to me suddenly from the cloister.
あなたです。
Hello.
ずいぶん話し込んでいたようですね。
I suppose. So, what's the matter?
ええ、
Estel slightly averts her gaze with embarrassment.
そのお礼を言い忘れていたから、ほんの。
Oh. Feel exhausted. I can't believe she came out of her way to thank me. She has a slightly honest side to her.
何ですその態度は。
Oh, nothing.
ありがとう。高い本だから助かりました。
She must have really wanted to leave that place if she left that expensive book behind. This isn't anything to thank me.
勘違いしないで。ただ借りを作りたくないだけよ。地球人に借りを作ったまま月に帰ったとあっては、何を言われるか分かったものではないですから。
Estel suddenly turns away.
それで、何かないのですか？
Any what?
借りを返します。私に可能なことなら。
Let me think. It's difficult to think of something when she suddenly brings that up. Is that our protagonists who sought 3 wishes felt in those stories? How does I want you to like Earthlings sound?
不可能ね。
That was fast. Why do you hate Earthlings so much?
嫌いなものに理由なんてありません。
And why did you come to Earth? Estel stiffens for an instant.
あなたに話す必要のないことです。さあ、他に何か希望は？ 10秒待ちます。その間に出なければ貸し借りなしということで。
She's deciding that on her own.
10、9、
Well, crap. Is there anything that's related to ridding her prejudice towards Earth?
6、5、4、
It has to take time to fix since... It has to take time to fix since there's no miracle drug.
3、2、
It means we should spend more of the same time together to begin with, even if a little.
1。
Let's go shopping together.
どうしてあなたと？
To pay back the debt.
断ります。
Are you strapped for cash?
侮辱するつもりですか？
Those are my honest thoughts. Estel clearly seems annoyed. Seems as if I did something
仕
bad.
方ないですね。いつが良いですか？
I'll come here on Sunday at 2 p.m. then.
わかりました。遅れたらこの話はなかったことに。
Sure.
それでは。
Estel quickly turns around. Thank you for everything today. I give her my thanks for some reason.
お礼を言われるようなことはしていないつもりです。
Estel disappears into the chapel as she says that without turning back. I'm exhausted. Feels like I just ran a marathon. Drag my exhausted body along and leave the chapel behind. But I suppose the outcome was alright. By the way, I remember my promise of coming home for dinner once I saw my starved family members. Oh, around the time when the day changed, I visit Fina's room. Sorry for coming here at this hour.
いいのよ。来ると思っていたわ。
Fina smiles. Let's go into the living room. So racist! Fucking... I had to the living room and sit down on the sofa. Fucking... There we go, that's Tatsuya. I forgot again. Tatsuya just like comes to the Lunarian Quarter on Sunday. Fucking... I've come here to end racism. Alternately, you know the fucking like yeah, this one's to end racism, and he like shoots the ball and someone jumps in the way and slaps it away. It's Tatsuya like this one's to end racism, throws and freezes. Estel just comes and just smacks it out of the way. A lot of racism jokes this time. I'm gonna call the part Planetist. I guess celestial bodyist, since the moon isn't a planet; it's a satellite. Well, I guess since for her it's towards the members of a race living on planet Earth, it would be Planetist. While if it was from a human towards someone living on the moon, it would be Satellist. Or Satellitist. I guess I'm more Satellitist than Satellist. I don't fucking cares. Thought I'd report what happened today, just in case. Since I omitted an important part during dinner.
聞きたいわね。
I think Fina realized what I'm gonna tell her. But that doesn't mean she asked me anyway. But does that mean she asked me anyway out of consideration? I understand why Estel changed her attitude. Spit it out after a pause, trying as much as I can to not mix in my emotions. It's because I'm an earthling. Fina casts her eyes down silently. What's told me that the typical Lunarian doesn't like earthlings.
残念だけれど、否定はできないわ。
Fina replies in a depressed voice, as if she was angry at herself. It's not your fault. Be a lie to say that I'm not shocked, but I'm glad that I understand that it's a fact.
私は答えを知っていて達也に伝えなかったわ。
I think I understand your feelings.
ありがとう。
I told Moritz this today. It's strange how they argue by lumping together all people who live here and how they hate us because we're Earth.
私もそう思うわ。ましてや、接する前から相手を嫌うなんて寂しいことね。
That's why I'm thinking of doing what I can.
ん？
I can't change the minds of many, but I might be able to change the ones that I interact with, right?
そうね。
Phoenix's expression brightens up.
では、これからも礼拝堂に？
That's what I've planned. I'm kind of annoyed if things stay this way.
頑張って。
Thanks.
そうだわ。これから付き人居住区へ頻繁に行くのなら、さやかに話を聞いておくといいかもしれないわ。
That's on.
ええ。さやかも付き人とのやりとりでは、随分苦労しているはずだから。
Comes to mind for the first time now that Fina mentioned it. Nesan is one of the few people who have experience studying abroad on the moon. She works with the Lunarian residential district every day right now. In addition, it's her job to let the people of Earth know about the moon. I'm sure she's gone through painful experiences that can't be compared to mine. I never thought about it, even though she's family.
さやかは仕事のことを家ではあまり話さないタイプのようだから。
That certainly is true. Try asking her about her job the next chance I get. Well, that's all I have to report.
わざわざありがとう。では、もう寝ましょうか。
Yeah. Two of us get up from the sofa. Leave the living room and head straight to bed. I'm fatigued from the day as expected. I'm heading out with Estel next Sunday. Come to think of it, I haven't decided on whether I'm going yet, when we're going yet. A place would make her happy. Doggy World, huh? If I think about it carefully, that's a title that takes a lot of nerve to buy. It's certain that she likes dogs. Dogs would be good then. Pet shop, maybe? But I invited her to go shopping, so I have to buy some. A dog! Wonder if I can take care of them all if I get any more than I already have. Makes money easy. What should I do? Let's gradually grow heavy. But whatever. I'll think about it before Sunday. It is Saturday, my dudes. After the family gathers together and finishes eating the dinner, I try talking to Nesan. Do you have a minute, Nesan?
あら、どうしたの？改まって。
Nesan folds the newspaper she was reading. Sat down to the sofa that's diagonally across from her. Also, she has to take like the role of the dad just sitting on the couch with the newspaper because she's the oldest in the house. So she has to be mom and dad. I sit down on the sofa that I really about that. I've gotten to know Lunarian recently.
いいことね。どんな人？
She's the priestess of the chapel.
司祭様って、確かおじさんじゃなかったかしら。
I know that priest as well, but there's another priestess.
知らなかったわ。どんな子？
A racist. I can't stop making that. I can imagine just like going to imagine just Tatsu's just sitting there with Saga like, oh, Saga's like, oh, I didn't know what kind of girl she is. Just like, and he's just sits like, she's racist. Well, a pretty girl, I suppose.
達也くんにも春が来たわね。
It's more like winter than spring.
ダメよ。優しくしてあげなくちゃ。
Actually, why are you asking what kind of girl is she? Do you know her? Know about her?
聞いてみただけ。というのは冗談で、前に居住区で綺麗な子を道案内したって聞いてたから。
Maya must have told you.
ジンくんだけど？
Why did the story go over to the Takamizawa household?
で、その子がどうしたの？
Talk about it in general. You socialize with the Lunarians, so can you give me some kind of advice?
そうね。
Essa brings her finger to her cheek and thinks.
地球人ってわかると、態度が変わることは確かにあったわね。
What do you do when that happens?
特にどうもしないけれど、普通に接するわ。
Really?
ええ。だって、相手がそういう人なら仕方ないでしょ。その場で騒いでも何も変わらないじゃない。ただ、諦めるという意味ではなくて、普通に接するってこと。付き人だから、地球人だからどうこうって言うんじゃなくて、普通に人として接するだけ。
Normal. Will I be able to treat Estel like normal?
されたら嫌なことはしない。されて嬉しいことはあっちにもしてみる。
Like patting them on the head?
されたら嫌なの？
Well, that's not the problem.
じゃあ好きなのね。
That's not it!
よしよし。
After a moment. After a moment. After a moment.
どこまで話したかしら。
Don't do anything you taint yourself.
そうそう。悪いと思ったら謝る。嬉しかったら嬉しいと言う。基本的なことでしょ？
Yeah.
お互い人間なんだから基本的なことは変わらないわ。ただ生きてきた環境がかなり違うからいろんなところで価値観がぶつかるわ。
What should I do then?
対話するしかないわね。そもそも相手に関わることをやめたら人間関係なんてそこで終わりなんだから。
I mean, I guess it would kind of make sense that the moon would experience this a bit more extremely, considering that we on Earth have at this point at least learned to tolerate each other, considering like the vastly different fucking cultures we have on this fucking great big blue planet. While they're like what it feels like they're just basically sitting here like the only portal to the Earth is Japan. So of course they only have contact with Japan, and seeing only one type of people, of course they'd be like, oh, they're all the same. And then all the wars put all that together, and suddenly they're like, fuck, Earthlings suck. So I kind of understand, but at the same time, by fucking god, they're stupid.
トラブルになったらくよくよ考えず相手と話をしてみる。付き人が彼ら独自の理由で怒ったってこっちにはわけがわからないでしょ。
Suppose not.
だから聞くしかないのよ。勉強っても一度教えてもらったら二度と同じことはしない。
See, expect to be so normal.
だから言ってるじゃない。普通だって。でもそれが難しいんだけどね。初めのうちはどうしても意識しちゃうから。
I'll try my best.
そうね。もちろん引き際はあるけど、とりあえずは積極的に話をするのが大切ね。
I got it, son.
頑張って、達也くん。
Thanks, sorry to have bothered you.
どういたしまして。
Good night then.
おやすみなさい。
As he smiles greatly and opens the newspaper. I return to my room. Some of Neson's advice. Treat them like normal. We forget to treat them basically as humans when we're too overly conscious of how they're Lunarians. Mention what we hate and mention what makes us happy. In case that it creates conflicts due to our customs, try to talk and understand the other person. There's a secret to doing well as normal, but will I be able to keep treating her in a normal way? Weather is fair for our appointment. It's my time in the residential district after knowing how the Lunarians feel. It's my first time in the residential district after knowing how the Lunarians feel. Can't help but notice the stares from those around me. Shouldn't be a problem if I keep quiet since I'm not wearing anything on the outside that could distinguish an Earthling from a Lunarian. Though I try to convince myself of that, it's pretty difficult to completely wipe the sense of being alienated as a foreign object. Breathe a breath once I arrive at the chapel. Even though I'm still in the residential district, just having people who know me here relieves me. Hear a voice inside the building. It's nice that's not appropriate for a chapel. I open the chapel door. The one who shows up is a small girl. She flies towards the courtyard at full speed. Chasing after her is Estel. There's some sort of a rod-shaped object in her hand. Estel promptly chases after the girl, but she can't seem to catch her that easily. Right then! I hide myself by the cloister and approach them, while the girl is preoccupied with Estel behind her. There! Firmly grab the arm of the small girl.
話して。
Blunt words come from the mouth of the girl. Estel, who's out of breath, finally catches up to her.
ありがとうございました。
No, I didn't do that much.
あなただったの。
Jesus Christ, calm down. The voice turns cold in no time at all. Going around and chasing after little girls isn't very nice.
人聞きが悪いことを言わないで。
What were you doing then?
これです。
That shows me what she was holding. A western brush.
その子、猫の毛をたくさんつけているの。
Alright. Black animal hair on her black outfit.
話して。
悪いけど、そのままにしていて。
Estel approaches the
や
girl.
めろ。
はい、終わり。
Estel says that to the girl with a
ブラシを
smile.
かけられるのが嫌なら、自分でかけるようになさい。毛をつけたままでは中に入れられませんよ。
The little girl looks sullen.
さあ、入っていいわ。
Girl heads back to the chapel when she lets go of her hand. That looks like a lot of work.
これも務めですから。それで、今日はどちらに？
To the station.
駅前というと、居住区の外ということ？
That's about right. Estel expresses a disgusted look.
居住区の中で済ませられないのですか？
Nope. Estel stares at her feet. Knowing her, she's got a post going outside of the residential district.
身支度をしてきます。
Estel speaks up after a short amount. She enters the chapel without telling or responding to me. Well then. Enter the shade at the cloister and wait for her.
お待たせしました。
So you change clothes?
司祭服を後期の目にさらすのは忍びないですから。
I don't think that outfit would stand out that much or anything.
服に申し訳ないと言っているのです。
I see. You don't understand, but don't. Let's go then. Estel's walking about 50 centimeters away beside me. Her eyes are staring straight ahead. I get the sense that she's trying to enjoy the surrounding scenery.
居住区の出口まではどのくらいですか？
We're almost there.
そうですか。
Estel's expression stiffens. Is she nervous? We cross the bridge connecting the residential district to Mitsurugaseki and walk to the riverbank path.
これが川。
So to expect, Estel is surprised as well. Isn't it great? You know, also... She scowls at me. Fina-sama was also surprised the first time she had a look. Using polite language when it comes to Fina doesn't sit right with me at this point now.
月にはこんなものはありませんから。
Suppose not. Unless that Estel is walking right beside me. Looking at the land outside of the residential district for the first time is probably making her nervous. It's heartwarming, like taking a dog out of its turf. Are you scared?
何がです？
Being outside the residential district?
怖くはありません。ただ、なんとなく肌触りが悪くて。
She's probably feeling something similar to that sense of alienation that I felt in the residential district. I can certainly understand the sense of feeling exhausted about this route that we're going to take.
説明してくれなくていいです。あなたの後をついていくだけです
Oh,
か
too
ら。
bad you're gonna listen. Your words overflowing with romance.
そういう意味とは180度違いますから。
You're saying that there's no need to memorize this since you won't be coming here for a second time?
冴えていますね。
Can't believe she's praised me on that point. Speaking of which, what kind of work do you do in the chapel?
司祭です。
That's true, but be a little more specific.
礼拝を執り行ったり、個人的な相談を受けたり、あとは礼拝堂の管理です。掃除、洗濯、炊事など。それ以外の時間は個人的な勉強です。
Is cooking one of your strong points?
それなりに
You say study. What kind of things are you studying?
神学や歴史、経済など様々です。
Suppose you did buy difficult-looking books.
あなたは日頃何をしているのですか？
I'm a student.
学生？
Yes, a student. Estel has a puzzled look on her face. You don't know what a student is?
わかりません。
Hard to explain. There's a facility that teaches us to study, and I study there daily.
学院生のようなものですか？
Seems like she replaced student with graduate students at her mind. But I would have thought that you would know what a student is.
地球の物事に興味はありませんから。
He says that without hesitation. She looks to be quite a stubborn one. Sorry, we're turning it. Step down from the embankment and head towards the main road. Traffic increases in no time at all, with people and cars. Estel furrows her brows in
こんな
discomfort.
ところに連れてこられるとは思いませんでした。
Estel draws close to me when someone almost bumps into her. Our hands lightly touch. Chest beats with a startled shock due to the warm surprise attack. Are you okay?
平気です。
Separates her body from my own. Estel faces forward with a grim expression and keeps walking through the crowd. Her figure looks like a fish moving upstream and seems a little pitiful. I asked you this before, but why did you come to Earth?
前にも答えたと思いますけど、
I wasn't answer back then.
どうしてそんなことが聞きたいのですか？
I think you normally wouldn't come yourself if you hate Earthlings.
それでも、私は自ら望んで地球に来ました。
I don't get it. Just sounds like self-torture at this point. Is your family not opposed to it? Going to Earth is a completely different matter from going to a land that's only slightly far away.
家族がいれば、力ずくで止められたでしょうね。
Suddenly I couldn't hear the loud noise coming from the town. In other words,
いないのよ。
Estel quietly turns away. I've asked her something that I shouldn't have. Can't believe that a landmine was buried in such a place. Sorry for asking something insensitive.
気にしないで。別に特別な考えは持っていませんから。
Doesn't know what any special attachment to me. That's what Estel had said. Felt more sadness in her words than not having a family. The first family isn't here anymore either. So there's emotions when it comes to them. This girl has none of that. What kind of life has she led? Aren't you lonely?
血縁はないけれど、よくしてくださる方がいらっしゃるので、寂しくありません。それに、家族がいないことで不自由を感じたこともありませんから、努力をすれば、その分世間は認めてくれますし。
Estel says that with a firm expression. Impressive. I'm not in a normal family environment either, so I honestly think that you're
あ
amazing.
なたも、いろいろとあるのですね。
Well, on the way.
そう。
For a while since Estel has shown a gentle expression.
さあ、もうこの話はやめましょう。
Let's stop this conversation. I'm starting to develop some kind of sense of kindness towards this man. Estel cuffs off there and faces forward again. We're here.
ここは
A pet shop. Clean looking store with a white colored exterior. The front of the store is mostly glass. It's built like a beauty parlor. Actually, they do give dogs haircuts here, so it's not that different from a beauty parlor. Inside the bright store interior, there are several puppies running and playing around freely with joy. The large window is to stop customers with their adorableness. You like dogs, don't you? Estel?
はい。
You like dogs, don't you?
それなりには。
She's lying. Anyway, let's go in. White cages are lined up. This is the look of someone who is desperately trying to hold back the desire to embrace. Not the MC, the dogs. All of them are large sized and it doesn't give the impression that they're cramped. And every bar lay extremely cute dogs facing us with closed eyes. The floor is tiled with a white marble pattern. Puppies running freely on top or chasing after a colorful ball. Seems like a store where you play with dogs than a... It seems more like a store where you play with dogs than a pet shop. I'm gonna do some shopping then.
何を買うのですか？
A collar. The ones my dogs are using are wearing down. I'll tell her a lie.
では待っています。
It's like you can play with the dogs over there. Look over inside the fence. Puppies look at us with eyes filled with expectation.
いえ、私は買い物に付き合っているだけですから。
Estel approaches after grinding her teeth tightly. That's why she can't play with the dogs. Puppies start wagging their tails at high speed. Estel casts her eyes down. She trembles while keeping her eyes down. Does she not want me to see her playing with the dogs that much? What a typical person. I'll be right back then. I head towards the collar corner of the store. I have dogs of all sizes at our house. There'll be no problems with whatever size I buy. All that's left is the color. Estel!
Eh?
Things are out about the dogs is distracting her. Green, red, blue, and yellow, which do you prefer?
そうですね。青が好きなのですが、どんな青ですか？
Deep blue, I suppose. It's not much of an ultramarine. It's not much of an ultramarine color, though.
そうですか。では赤を。
For a lighter blue?
いえ、深い青は金色とされていますので。
Prohibited?
高貴な身分の方以外は使用してはいけない色です。
Seems they do have such rules on the moon. It used to also be a rule like that on Earth. Just was it with the red or blue? I don't fucking remember right now. Ina's dress suddenly comes to mind. It uses deep blue and white colors. Let's see, red it is then. Bring a red color with for medium-sized dogs to the register. They ain't finished shopping. I'm done, Estel.
はい。
She's staring at a cage next to me. There's an audaciously cute brushwood puppy inside, who thinks she play with him, wagging his tail furiously.
出ましょうか。
Estel heads towards the exit, reluctantly breaking free of the puppy. Feel a little sorry that she's gone this far to keep it up. Excuse me, I need to head to the bathroom. Head to the bathroom by the register. Of course, it's not that I wanted to go to the bathroom. I'm sure Estel will play with the dogs a little as long as I'm not watching. 1 minute passes by, 3 minutes pass by, 5 minutes pass by. I'm about at my limit. Flush after clearing my throat in an unnatural manner. In a few moments I rattle the doorknob. I'm sure Estel will be able to take cover with this. I'll be right back. I have returned. Seems that the message I sent out didn't reach her at all. Estel is rubbing the stomach of a white dog.
お前の名前は何というのですか？キャンじゃわかりませんよ。ほらほら。
She rubs its stomach even harder.
気持ちいいですか？
I'm taken aback by Estel's completely different mood that she displayed until now.
お前も撫でてほしいのですか？
She reaches her hands towards a black dog that approaches her. Black dog rolls around like it was under a spell when she rubbed its head.
かわいいですね。
Estel is in ecstasy, having puppies in both of her hands at the same time. She looks fondly at the puppies twisting their bodies pleasantly beneath her hands.
お前たちは素直で良い子ですね。こういうのはどう？
This time she holds the dog's forelegs and makes a dance. Seems she's gonna tune in with the store's BGM.
ほらほらほら。
Estel is truly enjoying this. It's the first time I've seen such an expression from her. The door behind me closes. She freezes in that posture. The puppy looks at Estel with wonder.
早かったですね。
I don't think that's true. We leave the pet shop as the clerk bids us farewell.
これで借りは返せましたね。
Dead?
本を届けてもらった借りです。
I forget. Oh yeah, thanks for coming along with you.
借りを返しただけですから、お礼はいらないです。これで私たちの間には、もう何の関係もなくなりました。
That's true, but
何か
I haven't achieved my goal in the slightest. I think of some sort of plan. Nah, I'll take you back to the residential district. Follow the same road we had taken on the way here. Estel is looking straight ahead with a grim expression like usual. Walk beside her. That's really is all there is to it. It's a red light. Pull Estel back as she spaces out. No one will be treated like this because I'm on Earth. Keep that in mind. I'm keeping that in mind, but I don't see a method of achieving my goal. What should I do? Advance to cross the pedestrian crossing as the light turns green. However, Estel doesn't move. What's wrong?
いえ、何でもありません。
We just started from walking. Kinda thirsty, so why don't we head over to the shop?
おごるのはなしにしてくださいね。
Guess you'll be indebted to me. Sure, we'll pay for ourselves.
なら結構です。
ご注文はお決まりですか？
Iced coffee and is iced tea fine with you?
ええ、お願いします。
What do you want to eat?
では、トーストを。
Toast. Also, some hot cakes, please.
かしこまりました。
Female employee takes her leave after a bow. Estel drinks the water modestly and lets out a small sigh. Do you normally have toast?
安いですから。
Are you saving up?
贅沢は神の戒めるところです。
Estel says that distinctly. So I understood that she wasn't joking. Forgive me for ordering hotcakes.
心配しなくても大丈夫です。神はあなたを見ていませんから。
I don't even know the name of her god, but that kind of makes me feel sad. Our drinks and toasts are brought to us after a short while. Where are the hotcakes?
申し訳ございません。今焼いていますので。
Employee hurries back to the kitchen. It's like they're making it now.
今焼いていると言っていましたけど。
Now it's just a cliche.
もし違ったらどうするのですか？確かにあなたの言う通りかもしれませんけど。もし違ったのなら。
Insulting her? Yeah, that might have been thoughtless of me. Normally I'd probably tell her don't be so stiff. But I accepted her words obediently for some reason. Probably because I thought the words she spoke naturally came directly from her heart. Go ahead.
待ちます。物欲しそうな目で見られるのは嫌ですから。
She closed her eyes after saying so. Her spiteful tongue is lovely. I don't even feel like getting angry.
同じ食卓に着いたのなら、同時に食べ始めるのが良いと思います。私はそう考えているのです。
She says that with her eyes closed. She's a beautiful person. Just her face, figure, and words. Their entire existence is beautiful. That's a good way of thinking. The sound of her stomach rumbling is beautiful too. What am I kidding?
何も聞かなかったですね。
She blushes slightly with her eyes closed. What are you talking about?
結構です。
Crap, Estel's interesting. I want to know more about
お
her.
待たせいたしました。
Hotcakes are brought to us. It's cooked to a golden crisp. They kept cooking it all this time, then it would have turned into Natsuki's excellent carbon condition by now, but they had this out of consideration for Estel. Let's see.
ええ。
Estel joined her hands in front of her chest.
今日の糧を与えたもうことを神に感謝します。
She's offering a prayer. Words are somewhat like music and they're pleasant to my ears. She really is a person of God. Just really feel that
今
way.
日も月が平和であることを。
もしかして月の人なんですか？
A pair of female students by nearby seats suddenly call out to us.
そうですが、何か？
Estel quietly replies as she finishes her prayer.
こんな近くで付き人を見られるなんて。
Girl cries out in delight.
すごい！みんなに自慢できちゃうよ。
Banyan also starts to get excited.
地球から月まではどのくらいかかるんですか？
は？
Estel seems taken aback at the sudden question. This kind of reminds me of the time when Fina transferred. I look at Estel as she is in a slightly nostalgic mood. However...
付き人だってさ。付き人？あの人が？
Heard a loud conversation from them seats.
可愛いんじゃない？
つうか、なんでこんなところにいるんだ？トースト食ってる。
見た目変わんないよね。なんかつまんない。
Commotion spreads to the entire shop like a ripple traveling down a water's surface. Estel stiffens and casts her eyes down. Honestly, God, I really want the MC to be like, hold on, let me just put this away. I really want the MC to be like, could you pick up your glass real quick? I'll do the same. Thank you. This isn't a fucking show, you pieces of shit! Stop looking! It's okay, everyone's just a little interested. Peek around us while I back her up.
付き人ってすれんだよね。
重力が小さいからだよ。きっと筋肉がいらないんだ。
私も月に行きたいな。
空気ないのにどうやって生きてんの？
空気いらないんじゃない？
なわけあるかよ、アホ。
Their gazes were mild-mannered at first, but now they're impudent. The contents of the conversations are embarrassing to those who are listening. As if we're an exhibition. Estel bites her lips. Let's get out of here! Estel rushes towards the exit faster than I could get up. Estel! Grab the upside-down bill and head to the register. Keep the change! Slap a 5,000 yen note down and fly out of the shop. I can still see the back of Estel. Chase after her, she moves quickly into the distance. Estel! Line up next. Estel slows her pace while staring ahead. Sorry that something like this happened. I hadn't invited you to that cafe. Don't respond. She continues walking while looking straight ahead. Simply looks straight, not caring whether she'll bump into another person. I wonder how this pound is reflected in her eyes right now. I'm sorry. She stops moving when I apologize for the second time.
地球人にはデリカシーのかけらもないのですね。
That's not true. Respond reflects. Estel stares at me. Please don't think of all our things like that. I'm trying to oppose Estel. Am I trying to oppose Estel? Or am I pleading with her?
自分は違うとおっしゃりたいのですか？
Yeah. I'm different at least. I'm different at least. There are tons of Earthlings that know that that I know that are different. She lowers her wavering eyes, weighs them again.
付き人を初めて見たのだとしたら、あなただって彼らと同じ行動をとったのでしょ？
That wasn't a question. It was her conclusion. Only behaved differently because I happened to have the opportunity to deal with the Lunarians. Essentially the same as them. That's what Estel concluded. No. My rebuttal, which leaves in my mouth, is too weak. So I'm not sure if it reached her.
一人で帰れますから。
Estel starts walking. Then chase after her. I'm indeed angry at the other customers. Should be indeed angry at the other customers.
付き人を初めて見たのだとしたら、あなただって彼らと同じ行動をとったのでしょ？
Words float through my mind. I hadn't seen a Lunarian before. But in an hour, I've been able to behave differently from them. I'd be angry towards them. Everybody's curious about Lunarians. Ask them about many things. Our knowledge regarding Lunarians isn't really vast. Casually ask Lunarians questions that are laughable. If you hadn't gone over the limits, you should be able to understand their behavior and forgive them. But they went too far. Ruli glanced at a Lunarian just out of curiosity, used her as a joke, laughed at her in a scornful manner. Can't call that treating someone as a person. It's not treating them like normal, like Nason had said. That happened to be beside a Lunarian this time. But I happened to be beside a Lunarian this time, so it was that they had went too far. I'd entered that cafe with my school friends. That were to have been my first time seeing a Lunarian. I think something would be different. I might have behaved in the same way as them if it was my first time seeing a Lunarian. However, I'm not like that right now. I'm able to get angry at their behavior. hoping to get Estel's acknowledgement right now. No matter what other people think, I have to keep treating her like normal. Reach the riverbank and enter the residential district. The goal is to see Estel and talk to her. Will that end conclusively like this, my relationship with her will come to an end. Stand at the entrance to the chapel. Push on the huge wooden doors after taking a deep breath. Excuse me, is anybody there? And then the door opens after my echo fades.
これは朝霧さん。ようこそ。
Good afternoon.
今日はエステルと出かけていたようですが、何かありましたか？
Yeah, kinda. I'd like to see Estel, if you don't mind.
わかりました。少々お待ちください。
Moritz leaves the chapel. Able to see Estel. Moritz is the only one who shows up.
難しいようですね。
See, is she angry?
怒っていないと言えば嘘になります。ですが、彼女の中でもうまく状況が整理できていないようですね。また、日を改めていただけますか。時間が経てば、彼女も落ち着いて話ができると思います。
Got it. I tell her I'm sorry for letting her feel better.
受けたまわりました。
Sorry, and thank you very much.
はい。それではまた。
Excuse me. It appears that she's not so angry to the point of being unreachable. It's good enough for now. Thus, not being able to sort out the situation or mind being. Ponder over it for a little bit, but know the answer. Coming to see how she's doing again after some time has passed. Whoops. I'm back.
おかえり。
Why does that to be coming down from the second floor?
どこ行ってたの？
Up to the residential district?
最近よく行ってるね。
You think?
そうだよ。だいたい普通の人は行かないし。
Is that how it is?
私だって博物館に何回か行ったくらいだし。
It's true now that you mention that. Speaking of which, did you tell Jin about the person from the chapel? My turns away.
用事思い出した。じゃあね。
Skips up to the second floor. Good grief. Take off my shoes and head inside.
悪い話じゃないんだし、行ったっていいじゃない。
Door to her room seems to be slightly open. Don't say that after running away then!
意地悪。
Why am I a meanie?
達也、何を騒いでいるの？
Fina comes out from the living room. Fina.
フィーナさん、お兄ちゃんが意地悪するんですよ。
達也。
She's being a little too over the top.
舞も舞です。意見をぶつけ合うなら正々堂々やりなさい。
すみません。
Can't tell which one of them is doing the homestay. Moritz Zabelfranz, another view.
夜分恐れ入ります、モーリッツ様。
忙しいところ呼び出してすまないね、カレン。
いえ、構いません。
それと、今月も確かに受け取ったよ。
私が望んでしていることです。お気になさらないでください。
Father made the transfer into the chapel's bank account this month as well. This has been one of the habits she's continued ever since her first paycheck.
お前はいつもそうだな。
性分ですので。
おかけなさい、カレン。
はい、失礼します。
Karen sits straight up in her chair.
この度はどういったご用件で？
ああ、いや、ちょっと懐かしくなってな。
さようですか。
Karen smiles quietly.
おかげさまでこちらは元気にやっております。
先日フィーナ様が礼拝にいらしたよ。朝霧さんをお連れになって。
朝霧さんとおっしゃいますと、達也くんですか？
そうだが。
いえ、達也くんには妹さんがいますから。どち
そうだったのか。
ホームステイも最近は落ち着いてきまして助かっております。何しろセフィリア様譲りのご気性ですから気が抜けません。
悪い虫でもついたら大事だからな。
おっしゃる通りです。
Passion, huh?
カレンもご苦労なことだ。ところでエステルにはもう会ったかね？
いえ、まだ。
先日ここに赴任してきたことは耳に入っているだろう？
ええ、もちろん。日曜礼拝で挨拶をしたことは伺いました。
しばらく会わないうちに立派になったよ。
今日は遅くなってしまいましたから近いうちに改めて様子を見に参ります。
おそらくまだ勉強しているよ、あの子は。
相変わらずですね。
ああ、努力だけは一人前だ。
二人前は努力していますよ、彼女は。学院でも彼女は常に首席争いをしていたと聞いております。
努力してくれるのは嬉しいが、私としては体を壊さないかだけが心配だよ。
お察しいたします。しかし彼女の無理を止めるのは難しいでしょうし、私たちにそれができるとも思えません。
Karen looks into my eyes. In the nature of her job, she has an extensive network of information. I'm sure she understands both Estel's emotions and mine.
そうだな。
But Karen does not speak of it. She's doing so out of consideration.
そういえば最近エステルは朝霧さんとよく会っているようだ。
エステルが達也君と？意外ですね。
ああ、先日もどこか居住区の外へ出かけたらしい。
達也君も隅に置けません。良いのですか？好きにさせておいて。
I'm sure she's asking, does he not learn?
構わんよ。実のところ私は彼に期待しているのだ。
He doesn't learn! That's the best part!
とおっしゃいますと？
私たちにできないことをしてくれるのではないかと思ってね。
なるほど。
ま、できることはしてあげるつもりだよ。
モーリッツ様がそうおっしゃるのでしたら、私もできる限りのことはさせていただきます。
よろしく頼むよ。ところでエステルは月で何かあったのか？
どういうことでしょうか？
エステルは自ら望んで地球に来たと言ったよ。
Karen looks at me in the eye for an instant without changing her expression.
以前の彼女からして自ら進んで地球に来るとは思えないのだが。
優しい子です。
私もそう思うよ。
I thought something did happen.
懐かしくなってなどとおっしゃいながら、本当はそこがお知りになりたかったのでしょ？
否定はしないよ。
わかりました。少し調べてみます。
Another view end. Morning.
おはようございます、達也さん。
おはよう、達也。
おはよ
Nason is in the kitchen. She came home after midnight and left to work early in the morning. It's been fairly busy for her recently. Nason is the same as ever.
う。今回の展示は気合入ってるみたいだよ。
教団関連の展示を行うということね。
Did you? The special exhibition Nason told us about is a church-related exhibit.
今朝も楽しそうに出発されました。
Is she gonna meet with a priestess? Is that why she was being cheerful? Like, yes, I get to meet the lass that, dear little Tatsuya has set his heart on. See. It's okay if that's the case. Sure, Think anything about Estel?
さあ、朝ごはんですよ。
Thanks. Rice and miso soup are lined up along with delicious looking rice. A steam. Time to eat then. Bring the rest to my
みや
mouth.
ちゃん、私はおかわり。今日は体育があるから、たくさん食べないと。はい、少々お待ちください。
Mia happily takes the rice bowl and starts to put in another helping. An energetic dining table does help cheer you up, after all. You're eating breakfast without realizing that. Gina and I paired with Mai at the stairway, and we head to the classroom side by
おは
side.
よう。
Morning.
来た来た来た来た、今日の主役。
Damn, approaches us with her spirit at its maximum right from the get-go.
おはよう、遠山さん。
おはよう、フィーナさん。毎日綺麗で、お姉さん鼻が高いですよ。
What the heck is she talking about? Make my way through YoaMae and try to turn towards my own desk.
ちょっと待った。誰が主役だと思ってるの？
Fina? Fina?
暗いなあ。そんなんじゃ彼女できないよ。
Are you talking about me then?
正解。
Why again?
見たんですよ、遠山さんはバッチリと。朝霧くんが可愛い女の子と歩いてるの。
Classroom stirs when they see my reaction.
まさか達也がね。
Natsuki also approaches us with a weary look.
ほら、見間違いじゃなかったでしょ。
Toyama puffs out her chest towards Natsuki. Seems they were having an argument before I came in.
人気者は大変ね。
Fina pretends that it's someone else's problem and heads for her own seat. I also head for my seat after a little
ど
delay.
こ行っちゃうのよ。
Let me sit down.
しょうがないな。特別だよ。
Toyama sighs and makes an exaggerated gesture.
んで、誰と歩いてたの？親戚の女の子なんてベタな言い訳したら戦力外通告だからね。
Discharge out of what?
遠山さんと愉快な仲間たち。
That's the first time I've heard of that happy group.
今結成したから。
Alright.
っていうかさ、重箱の隅つつくようなこと言って話題をそらすのは良くないよ。
It's just like telling me how to be loaded with retorts.
で、誰？
The priestess of chapel in the residential district. Just for information, she's simply a friend.
嘘！本当に？
She's positively just a friend.
それは分かってるというか、友達じゃないと困るって夏希が言ってた。なんで私が困るのよ。
Because we all know you like them, man. Why is Natsuki blushing?
それはともかく、久井さんっていうのは本当？
It's true. A little gloomy when I recall what happened at the cafe the other day.
朝霧くん、恐ろしい人。
Why is that?
普通の人は付き人の久井さんと知り合えないから。
That might be true now that you mention it.
確かに、遠山さんの言う通りね。
Tina says that with a smile. Tina's enjoying the conversation like a normal student. Anyway, being a fearsome person is fine with me.
つまんないな。もっとあがいてよ。
I'm a soul.
恐ろしくないと証明するため、今夜は君の部屋に泊まって一晩何にもしないよとかさ。それ、ただの危ない人だから。
That'll make him a dangerous person.
まあいいや。で、どうやって久井さんと知り合いになったの？礼拝堂ってどんな感じ？
Stop asking me questions all at once. I had to know her by chance. Chapel is bringing the chapel into my mind. Oh, it's a beautiful building.
いいなぁ。私も行ってみたいなぁ。
Why don't you? I think you can get in.
気軽に言われてもね。いきなり居住区の、しかも礼拝堂に突撃するほど根性ないな。
I understand what you mean.
そうだ、久井様に頼んでくれない？
He stares at me with eyes filled with expectations. Do you want to see it that much?
めちゃくちゃ見たいってわけじゃないけど、一度くらいはぜひ。
He's simply interested.
どうして地球人に礼拝堂を見せなくてはならないのですか？ここは遊び場ではないのです。
possible.
なして。
Well, it's like she's not very kind to Earthlings.
朝霧くんが頼めば大丈夫だって。仲良さそうに歩いてたじゃない。
No, it really is impossible. Actually, it's kind of strange to see that as being close friends.
いいじゃない、いいじゃない、いいじゃない。
Why don't you ask Fina?
あ、そっか。
Toyama turns around and heads towards
そ
Fina.
うね。
Fina thinks for a little bit.
悪いけれど、お断りします。
そっか。
Toyama hangs her head lifelessly. Why'd you withdraw that so quickly when it comes to Fina?
理由があるんでしょ？フィーナさんのことだから。
I see.
でも、どうして？フィーナが頼めば OK してくれるでしょ？
だからこそね。私が頼めば、向こうは断りにくいわ。そういう依頼は、フェアではないと思うの。
そっか。さすが深いね。
Do them not in
分か
agreement.
ってくれてありがとう。
Fina smiles
と
brightly.
まあ、そういうわけで、朝霧くんが頼みの綱なわけですよ。
No,
私も行ってみたいな。
you never mentioned that you wanted them until now.
気が変わったから。
夏希と遠山さんが行くなら、私もぜひ。
Can't you say that? There's no way I can refuse if the three of them look at me like that. I'll see what I can do, but I've got your hopes up too much.
よーし、朝霧くん最高！よろしくね。
達也、頑張って。
And that's how I undertook the highly difficult mission in the morning. It's after school. There are a bunch of people around me for some reason. One's homeroom man.
朝霧頼んだぞ。
期待してるからね。
俺さ、居住区に行ってみたかったんだ。
何着てったらいいかな？私服でいいの？
Looks like the rumor spread. What did you do, Toyama?
ああ、いや、ちょっと話をしたらさ、みんなも行きたいって。3人も10人も一緒一緒。ここで話をまとめてくれたら、もう男上がりまくりだよ。ビッグチャンス。
Honestly, she's just like, okay, listen up. I can ask, but I'm gonna see it right now that the day you saw me walk around with her fucking got ruined because at a fucking cafe where you just sat down for a quick fucking break after dealing with the business that we had to deal with, a bunch of fucking assholes decided to treat her like a fucking zoo exhibit just because she's Lunarian. So if any of y'all's fucking acts like that when you're at the fucking chapel, I'll beat the shit out of them myself! And if I fail?
ストップやす。
I knew it.
ま、細かいことは気にせずに行ってみよう。
さあさあ、いいとこ見せてくれよ。
頑張ってね、朝霧くん。
I want to be a man who will leave their hopes hanging here. I'll do something about it. So I undertook the highly difficult task and risky mission after school. After the second day, no more people hoping to take a chapel tour swelled up even more. According to the organizer.
なんかクラスの大半の人が行きたいみたい。いやー、期待されるって辛いね。
She tells me the situation along with an irresponsible comment. They have a capacity limit there too. So around this much.
わかってるって。多すぎたら午前午後の2部制にするから。
She doesn't get it. I'm thinking of going to the chapel to negotiate someday today.
そっか、今日ってバイト休みの日だっけ？
Yeah.
よーし、ミッション成功の暁には、遠山さんが何でも聞いてあげるからね。際どいお願いもいいよ。
What is she getting Why is she getting embarrassed? I'll pass.
おのれ
I use all my power to leave Toyama, who was being noisy, and head to the residential district. How many times have I come here now? Cut across the familiar courtyard and stand in front of the chapel door. Excuse me! Go inside the chapel. Hear footsteps from further in after a little while.
これは朝霧さん。こんにちは。
Good afternoon.
エステルですか?
Yes, is she in? Honest to God, he can't just ask him. He can literally just be like yes and no. Possibly with both of you, if at all possible. Basically. Because, like, yeah, you should probably get both of the people here to give their opinion on this.
今は部屋にいますよ。どうぞお通りください。
Are you sure? Into a close room all of a sudden?
構いません。部屋は廊下の突き当たりになりますから。
Excuse me then. Passed by Moritz while being a little nervous. Knock on the door to the room I'm aiming for.
どうぞ。
Estel responds immediately. There's the first time going into Estel's room. I held back the slight rubbing in my chest and turned the doorknob. The door spread out before me the room that spread out before me is a little simple for a girl. The thing that stood out is a huge bookcase packed with tight with books. Estel is facing her desk in this room that's suited to a scholar to live in. Sense a strong pressure radiating from her backside, like she's running a long-distance race somewhere.
どうしたのですか、モーリッツ様。
Estel turns around. Good afternoon!
あなた。
Estel opens her eyes widely. But in that instant, Estel immediately returns to her usual self.
部屋に押しかけるなんて、随分ですね。
Moritz said it was okay to come here.
モーリッツ様。もう。
God fucking damn it! It seems she's mounting complaints about Moritz.
それで、どういったご用件ですか？
Estel quietly gets out of her chair. Here's the thing. How to fucking talk to her here. Listen up. First off, again, I'm very sorry about what happened on Sunday. Secondly, though, don't you want to like teach some people so that doesn't happen again? After all, things like that shouldn't happen once people get to know each other. Once we get to know how Lunarians live, and you Lunarians get to know how Earthlings live. So basically, my entire class was to come here to see what this is all about. So why not tell them to their face that they're fucking dumbasses and how it actually is. I'm sure it'll be some fantastic therapy for you as well. I want to talk to you about the other day.
そうですか。ともかく中へどうぞ。
Estel tells me to come in, but I don't really feel welcomed.
伺います。
Estel sits in her chair. I think the people at the cafe did indeed offend you, Estel. It's embarrassing for me as a fellow Earthling. Estel doesn't respond. However, please don't think that all Earthlings are like that.
自分は違うと言いたいのでしょ？
Me and my family and my friends are different.
そうでしょうか。あなただって初めて付き人を見たのなら同じようなことをしたはずだわ。
Might have the first time, but right now it's different.
そんなことどうしてわかるのですか？
I can prove with my own actions. Is this what they call tit for tat? Said something pretty embarrassing. She lets out a flaunting sigh.
あなたの行動を観察するほど暇ではありませんし、地球人にも興味はありません。
It's fine if it's only when you're inclined to.
わかりました。では気が向いたら。
Simply wants to end the conversation. Seems like she's shaking her head.
それで、ご用件はそれだけですか？
Now there's one more thing. She urges me to go ahead with her hand. My friends at school I attend would very much like to visit the champ.
はい。
Estel has an expression that seems to say, "What did you say?" May I ask that of you?
お断りします。
Says that outright. Arya wants to know about the chap. Watch over their manners.
地球人が礼拝堂に入ること自体が不愉快です。
Please try to do something about that.
先日の件で、すでにあなたへの借りは返したはずです。これ以上、あなたのお話に時間を割く義理はありません。 お引き取りください。
Estel turns towards her desk again with an arrogant attitude. I'll come by again. Estel doesn't respond to those words.
いかがでしたか？
Voice calls out to me promptly when I return to the chapel. How should I explain this to him?
ま、とやかくは申しません。また、エステルと遊んでやってください。
Yes. He doesn't misunderstand this to be on the romance side of things. Excuse me then.
ではまた。
Sun is already setting. So cut away with a single sweep. Kind of knew that would happen, but I feel down when I actually was refused. Anyway, I have no choice but to inform everybody. I left the chapel behind while feeling gloomy. Morning!
おはよう。
待ってました、主役。
As Toma comes in,
どうだった？
it didn't work out.
そっかー。残念。
Sorry. Toma turns her back towards me.
ねえねえ、残念だって。
Toma yells that out
そ
loud.
っか、残念だな。
残念。
朝霧でダメなら諦めるしかないよな。
せっかく服買ったのにな。
人に頼るなってことかな。
期待してたのに。
Their theatrical voices gradually rise. Don't you think those guys are mean?
私も行きたかったな。
とても残念だわ、達也。
My friends are also rebelling.
みんなの声届いた？
Toyama says that in a salesperson-like manner. Did you plan this before I come in?
何のことかしら。
Demon.
鬼は打ち合わせするのかね。ねえ、朝霧くん。みんなさ、行ってみたいんだよ。月に。
She points sharply at the ceiling. Wasn't it at the chapel?
細かいな。
Toyama lets out an exasperated sigh.
ま、リベンジするかどうかは朝霧くんに任せるよ。
The classmates focus their gaze on me. This was planned, no matter how I look at the remarks they uttered just now. However, they look forward to this. How they look forward to this seems to be the truth.
ね、達也。いいとこ見せてよ。
私からもお願いするわ。
Finally, let's go again.
さすが話がわかるね。
You got your hopes up too much.
大丈夫。全然期待してないから。
She says that with her eyes sparkling with expectations.
じゃ、2回戦頑張ってね。
Roger that.
でも、お願いしてばかりじゃよくないね。そうね。なんか援護を考えとくよ。
Please make it something normal.
失礼だな。ちゃんと考えるって。
That honestly makes me feel uneasy. Please do.
任せといてって。あ、思いついた。
Well, you can tell me about it later.
まあ、聞いてみてよ。
Seems to be full of confidence. What?
モチベーション向上のためにミッション達成の暁には拍車進呈します。
I don't mean money. I'm not doing this for that sort of reason.
しびれるね。普通言えないよ。よし、じゃあお金で買えないものをあげる。
Out of curiosity, what?
私からの愛。
Don't need it.
しょぼくれさせてくれるね。
Man's just fucking like, Jesus. He just fucking cut her down there. Well, I'll take your time thinking. Took my seat while following up with some random. Now then, what should I do about this? Then after
ちょ
school!
っと、諸君。
Farmer promptly stands up on the platform as soon as the teacher leaves.
この度の礼拝堂ツアーについては皆さんご存知のことと思います。
classmates nod their head.
交渉役に抜擢された我らが朝霧くんですが、しかし彼は不屈の闘志を見せてくれました。なんと今週末リターンマッチに臨むとのことです。
Schedule has been decided before I even realized it.
心から応援したいが、しかし諸君、教室から応援してるだけでいいのか。よくない。オーケーオーケー。夏希のあふれんばかりの気持ちはここに了承。そういうわけで一人一人の思いを届けるべく、ただいまから嘆願書を作成します。ここに用紙がありますので、有志は名前を書いてください。というか書いて。
People gather and scramble for the platform. I'm sure there'll be 30 names of the whole people accounted for. Majority of the class is gathered by the
遠
platform.
山さん、立派ね。
I suppose so. She does have a motive. She's doing a pretty good job.
緑はいざって時はやる子だからね。
Natsuki is slightly proud of her friend. But we observed them for a while. Observed them for a short while. The uproar regarding signatures and Toyama immediately approaches us with a
一
smile.
丁上がり。ぜひ礼拝堂を見学させていただきたい。
She hands me an A5 ruled paper. The characters please let us visit are right in the middle. Names of my classmates are written on a radial fashion around the center. It's kind of like a collection of signatures. Why is it circular?
こうしとくと首謀者がわからないでしょ。
確かに横一列だと最初の人が首謀者と認識されるわね。
Fina nods in agreement.
庶民の知恵です。
Don't teach you weird things.
それはともかく、
Tama holds out the paper with a
こ
thrust.
れで完全攻略間違いなし。
Thanks. That's how they really feel. Estel might be able to understand once she sees this. I'll try my best.
これで失敗したらやっつけるからね。
Tama smiles. Right.
にゃははは。冗談冗談。それじゃ遠山さんは帰ります。
Tama salutes sharply and leaves the classroom.
私書いてないや。
Natsuki scribbles down her name.
私は名前を書けないけれど、気持ちは同じよ。
Thanks. Look at the paper again. Names were written there in all kinds of fonts. Good ones, bad ones, dainty ones, bold ones. Each one has their own tastes, but handwritten characters contain energy after all. I'm happy that a lot of my classmates have written their names on here. That I put it between my notes in a way that wouldn't crease the paper. Morning after Saturday. At the chapel before starting work.
これは朝霧さん。
What it's someone I didn't expect was
お
inside.
久しぶりです、達也くん。
Gordon, no long time no see. I'm sitting in seats used for sermons that appear to be talking about
エ
something.
ステルは部屋におります。どうぞ。
Excuse me then, see you, Gordon?
はい、後ほど。
Past the aisle those two were sitting in between and head for the door that's further in.
どうぞ。
Esther responds immediately. Good afternoon. She was facing the desk as usual. The sense of pressure coming from her backside hasn't changed either.
またあなたですか。
Esther sighs without turning
今日は
around.
どういったご用件ですか。
Same as the other day. Wanted to ask you if we can visit the chapel.
懲りないですね。何度いらしても答えは先日と同じですよ。
Esther tries to quickly wrap up the conversation. Please look at this. Take out the signatures from a bag and place them on the desk.
これは
Signatures. Because how many people want to visit the chapel? Esther takes a quick glance at the paper.
趣旨は分かりました。
She returns the signatures in a cold manner.
ですが答えは変わりません。
Why not?
逆に聞きたいのはこちらです。どうして礼拝堂を見学したいのですか。
Think they want to see it once? Majority of my classmates are interested, but they don't have the courage to enter the Lunarian residential district. That's why this opportunity.
つまり興味本位ということですか？
All learning starts with curiosity. In plain words, yes. Estel lets out a sigh that sounds like she's shocked.
ここは宗教施設であって観光施設ではありません。救いを求める人は受け入れられても、そうでない人は受け入れられない。なぜ分かっていただけないのですか？
Feels like you have been seeking help just now, but everybody hopes to visit because they want to know about the moon. There's something wrong with being interested.
悪いとは言いませんが、興味にも質があるでしょ？地球人の興味は品位がないと言っているのです。あなたは以前私がどうして気分を害したか分かっていないのですか？
I do. That's why I think the interest of my classmates not having any class isn't true.
どう品位があるというのです？
Their interests have a future.
先？
Their interests will not end there. Connected to relationships from then on.
どういうことですか？
Simply don't want to see Lunarians, to know about them. They want Lunarians to know about themselves. In short, they are interested in a chance to make friends.
地球人と仲良くするつもりはないのですが。
Estel has a disappointed look.
第一、それはあなたの考えでしょ？クラスの方がそのように考えているとどうしてわかるのですか？
Even if it's only my opinion, it will do. At the very least, if my interests are satisfied, it won't be the end of it. I want you to get to know me too. It's upsetting when you group me together with those guys who only laugh when they look at Lunarians.
一緒です。
We're not. Estel glares at me. Then returns her gaze back to her desk and starts to clean up her books and notes.
これから面会の予定がありますから。本当に救いを求めていらっしゃる方の相談を受けなくてはなりません。
He says that sarcastically. You're going to work?
経験は浅いですが、これでも司祭ですから。
Estel rudely says that with in a grouchy manner. Excuse me then? You make me happy if you think about the visit.
考えません。
Now starring. Return to the chapel.
いかがでしたか？
I did talk to her.
目的は達せられなかったようですね。
Nope.
ご迷惑をおかけして申し訳ありません。
No, I'm the one who's causing her trouble.
そうですか。
What smiles,
エ
Jen.
ステルがご気分を害することを言ったのなら、遠慮なく怒っていただいて良いのですよ。私たちの間に上下関係があるわけではないのですから。
少し物言いにきついところがありますが、根は優しい子です。気長に付き合っていただけると嬉しいです。
And it says that with a gentle expression. Are you acquainted with Estel?
はい、妹のようなものです。
Oh, sister. Oh, I get it.
お茶を用意しますので、少々お待ちください。
Moritz leaves the chapel with a small package in his hand. Left alone with Cotton.
座ったらいかがです？
Take a seat behind Cotton. Do you come here off?
月に 1,2 回でしょうか。付き人としてはあまり熱心とは言えません。
Cotton smiles slightly. Her mood is much gentler than the other girl I know. She told me that Estel was like a little sister to you just now.
ええ、同じ家で育ちましたから。
What do you mean?
私は月にある孤児院で育ったのです。
She says that easily, as if she was talking about the weather. It's told me before that there were establishments such as nurseries and orphanages on the moon. Estel and Cotton were both raised in such places. You should be telling me this.
はい、月ではそれなりに有名な話ですから。
That's so.
はい、それに私自身が生まれに引け目は感じていません。 今の自分があるのはやはり生まれによるところも大きいですし、大切なのは今をどれだけ前向きに生きているかだと思っていますから。
Conan says that quietly. I don't think that. I think Estel said something similar.
それに家族がいないことで不自由を感じたこともありませんから。努力をすればその分世間は認めてくれますし。
I mean, considering that there is an aristocracy on the moon, doubtful. I know how aristocracies operate. Why is that? Even though they're saying the same thing, it feels like those two are different.
お待たせしました。
But it's anxious if I could come up with an answer.
何のお話をされていたのですか？
私の生い立ちについてです。
おお、そうでしたか。
Well, this place is a small table by the island. Sets up black tea and tea cakes there.
ティーナ様お付きのメイドにはかなわないでしょうが、これでも練習をしたのですよ。
Pours a golden-colored liquid into the cup from the teapot while smiling. Smells soft and tender aroma when I bring the given cup close to my mouth. That was good.
よろしければこちらも。
He holds out a white plate with cookies piled on it. What? No, it is on time for some reason. I recognize these cookies from somewhere. These are moon wheat.
よくご存知ですね。これはカレン様が持ってきてくれたのです。
Karen looks at Moritz with a slightly condemning look. Come.
美味しいものではありませんが、やはり我々には懐かしいものでして。
That's at the taste of your hometown.
半日の距離とはいえ、いつでも月へ帰れるわけではありませんから。こうしてたまに持ってきてくれるのは何よりですよ。
月に1、2度大使館職員を対象に月からの直送物資が支給されるのです。
Karen tries to cover embarrassment by saying that with a serious look.
居住区にある小売店でも日常生活には困らないのですが、どうしてもこういうものは。
Moritz happily eats the cookie. Once again, realize that Lunarians are normal people too.
そういえば朝霧さん、エステルの様子をご覧になってどうでしたか？
I understand what he wants to ask, but there's an ambiguous question. She's kind of like someone's enthusiastic about studying.
ねえ、熱心すぎるぐらいです。
It smiles in a slightly sad
カレン
manner.
様のようになるのがあの子の夢でしてね。仕事が空いているときはいつもあの調子です。
That's she. Karen is an elite who plays the role of being responsible for this homestay at her age. It's reasonable for Estel, who was in the same environment, to admire her. Wait up. Why did Estel get on the path of being a priestess if she's aiming to be like Karen?
それは私にもよくわかりません。機会があったら本人に聞いてみてください。
Got it.
まあ、聖職者になってくれたのは私としては嬉しいことですが。
Moritz smiles.
ところで朝霧さん、エステルはどこか焦って勉強をしているように見えませんでしたか？
Impatiently. Come to think of it. She wasn't enjoying it, at least. Two of them nod lightly at my words. The enemy of the room suddenly tenses up.
私は彼女が望んで地球に来たのではないと考えています。
Moritz speaks up with a stiff expression. But as I said, she came to Earth out of her own desire.
ねえ、そう言ってはいます。ですが、朝霧さんもご存知の通り、彼女は地球を好きではありません。
Yeah, So notice that's
それに
contradiction.
教団においては
Let's pause this for a moment.
これから申し上げることで気を悪くされないでいただきたいのですが、
I'll be fine.
教団において地球へ赴任するということはいわば左遷なのです。政治の世界で言えば地球は最前線。カレン様のような一流の方が多く赴任しています。ですが宗教の世界で言えば地球は最果ての地なのです。
Understandable, you don't really want the church to be on the fucking front lines. You have like a priest there, but he's just usually supposed to be there to help the poor souls there find peace. Which is usually something that's not really told to the high-ranking members of the church to do, at least. More than a little shocked. I thought that she was able to come to Earth at the same age as me because of her excellence. But Estel was...
何らかのトラブルがあり、ここへの赴任を命じられたと考えるのが自然です。学業の面では首席を争うほどの秀才でしたから。
私たちにトラブルの存在を知られたくなくて彼女は嘘をついたのです。それに
What, it's loosens his expression.
エステルは大きな嘘をつくとき必ず出る癖があるのです。こう右手を頬に当てるのです。
それでも私は自ら望んで地球に来ました。
Right hand was on her cheek if I remember correctly. Surprisingly, Estel-Route does stumble when it comes to basic things.
彼女は今でも月へ帰りたいと考えていると思います。だからこそあのように勉強に励んでいるのでしょう。
We'll see. Is there an exam for the purpose of returning to the moon?
私の知る限りはありません。
And why?
わかりません。
Just closes his mouth, having said that. Steam had faded from the teacup that he had brought before I realized. Are you sure you should be telling something like this important to me?
彼女はプライドの高い子ですから、私たちには何も言わないでしょう。
She hates me too, you know.
それでも朝霧さんは地球で最もあの子と近しい方ですから。
My close door. There's a gap between us is as wide as the moon and earth. Mordred stares at me. He has a gentle gaze that is filled with strength. Tell from only this that he did not speak his mind about Estel without a particular motive. However, what is he telling me to do? Keep that in mind.
よろしくお願いします。
私からもよろしくお願いします。
It's kind of embarrassing. I'll do the best that I can.
私からお願いをしておいてなんですが、あまり肩肘を張る必要はないですよ。普通に接していただければそれで十分です。
Got it. Treat him normally. Just like near sunset, it's quite difficult. Cool down black tea while thinking absent-mindedly.
それでは私はこの辺で。
Cotton stands up. Light is sinking when I casually glance out of the window. I have to get to work to
わざわざありがとうございました。
また近いうちに伺います。
Same here. Thank you for the meal.
またいつでもいらしてください。ああ、そうそう。
Yeah?
私がエステルの嘘に気づいていることは内緒にしてくださると嬉しいです。彼女は誠実なたちですから、おそらくかなり悩んだ末に嘘をついたのだと思います。
In the short time that I've accompanied Estel, I can tell that she's not the type of person to lie willingly. Instead, I can see her as the type who becomes clumsy when she's too conscientious. Mordred's remarks are out of respect for her. Got it.
それでは。
Chaplain's Mort shows me out with a smile.
突然重い話をしてすみませんでした。
Nah, I'm glad that I was able to understand Estel a little more. That felt to be that in a weird way.
そうですか。
Cotton laughs.
ところで、フィーナ様はお元気ですか？
Yeah, she's doing just fine. She's going to class too.
エステルのこともそうですが、フィーナ様のこともくれぐれもよろしくお願いしま
But
す。
she's grown in class too, enough to fucking help along with the goddamn intrigue to make me continue asking Estel to let the class come here. Got it.
ではこれで。
Sure, say it. Bows brisk. Goes out of the garden in a dash. Watch Cotton's retreating figure. Access trade refreshes the people who watch her as well. She mentioned she was famous in the past, but I'm sure she doesn't mean that in a good way. She lives in a political world. She probably received a lot of bashing due to her past. However, there isn't a bit of civility in her manner of speaking. That's definitely amazing. Speaking of which, I failed my mission in a not so amazing manner. What should I do? Think of a way to persuade Estel. Ding ding! Save though. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and see you next time. Bye bye. I'm hope not to fuck up in the fucking interview tomorrow. See ya.